Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to tonight's episode of Star Trek Cuchulain. This is episode 12, and I'm calling this one Maelstrom. So we have this evening Beta Shift. So Beta Shift are going to be taking on the problems that I'm going to throw at them. I've changed costume again this week. I have my Kozer Mart, Christopher Pike, the Cage top on, and got a new spiffy quiffy haircut to match Christopher Pike as well. So update. So what have we been up to? So in the last episode, if you read, you can either read the synopsis or just listen to me babble on right now. So in the last episode, the away team were in the cavern and they were fighting the Vedek and the Bajorans with their phased energy rifles. And we had Frank, Antoinette, and Flora in the cavern entrance, exchanging fire with the Bajorans, while Robbie and Sharon took prone positions on the floor, doing their best to target them, but they soon realized that they were unable to get their phaser fire through the fire tornado of Pah'Wraith Wisps, as they were tornadoing around the Vedek in the middle, who was praying with them. Now his prayer was, and let me add some effects for this. Let's see if I can get this going. Here we go. Come to us, O Lords of Fire. The prophets of the Celestial Temple have abandoned and failed us. Come, take hold of these vessels we bring you. Let us free you of the confines of your prison, so that you may free us from the torment of devils. Costamogen, we call thee. Costamogen, help us be free. Turn off the effects. So that was the prayer. Now, as that prayer was going on, Robbie left his position at the cave entrance, and he charged forward, took on a couple of Bajorans, knocked them out, and between himself and Frank managed to stun one of them and hit the ground, and managed to knock one of the guys out. A bit of a fisticuffs going on. So then he entered into the vortex. He started to push his way through. And as he did so, one of the Pah'Wraith Wisps of energy attempted to attack him. So Robbie flipped over his phaser rifle, grabbed it by the muzzle, and used it like a baseball bat, hitting the Pah'Wraith energy wisp with the battery butt end of the rifle, disintegrating the Pah'Wraith, but also destroying his rifle. Robbie, from the middle of the tornado, started pushing through and attempted to create his own prayer to the Pah'Wraith. But unfortunately, the Vedek was the one that they were listening to. So Robbie continued to try and push through. While Robbie was going through the Maelstrom, Frank was laying prone, exchanging fire with the other Bajorans, until they realized that the Bajorans were able to fire through the tornado, but the crew, the away team, were not. So Antoinette made some scans and took the phaser rifle and started to do some, isolinear chip modifications, taking chips out and swapping them over, because that's obviously how you're going to change things on the fly. You know that this computer chip will program it to do this. There's no keyboard primate, all this bollocks that we have to do this modern age. So there she is. She's doing her thing. Lieutenant Christopher's taking care of everybody else. Sharon decides to, as Robbie goes around one direction, Sharon goes around the other direction and attempts to take the Bajorans from behind. But that doesn't work, and it's also a very wrong language to describe that situation. But she gets knocked out. So the Bajoran, who's on the other side, she takes Sharon and lays her down on the plinth. This story is not going the way I was hoping. It's described, and just take your mind out of the gutter, all right? So Sharon's laying on the... Oh, I'm not even going to go there. We now have five unconscious people laying on plinths. Not beds now, plinths. Surrounding the central mound in this giant cave with the tornado wisping around and spinning and spinning and spinning. We have three unconscious Cardassians. We have an unconscious Morgan, and we have an unconscious Sharon. And Robbie pushing through the tornado, while Frank is still attempting to fire his phaser at hoping the Bajorans will come out and give him a free shot. Now, so that is Robbie was pushing through. So eventually Morgan wakes up in his mind, he realizes that there is another consciousness in Morgan's mind, and Morgan ends up having a battle of wills between a Pah'Wraith who's possessing him and his own mind. I'm scrambling for words here. So Morgan has a little mind battle. He wins for just a moment, and as the 5 possessed people are now being used as conduits of energy, who are transferring who are allowing the Pah'Wraith to pass through them out into the Vedek, who is now and projecting them out into the sky, up into the sky that is rent with chronoton energy, and this highly unstable planet of Felina 2. But Morgan manages to interrupt the energy flow for a moment as he beats the Pah'Wraith that had possessed him. So which gives everybody a moment to push forward. However, it's not enough, and the Vedek manages to take control again, and all the energy and all the Pah'Wraith that are trapped on this planet are funneled through the Vedek and out up into the sky. So eventually, Robbie, with the tornado now dissipated, Robbie gets through to the Vedek, who is got the last Pah'Wraith possessed in him, and Robbie, having figured out that the Bajoran energy weapon seemed to work against through the Pah'Wraith vortex, he takes on the Vedek and gets him enough and damages him enough for the Pah'Wraith to vacate the body. Once that energy tornado has been dissipated, the Wave Rider is able to find everybody, passes down into this cavern from the roof with the big open roof, Airwolf hiding style, drops my character, drops the tailgate. Everyone gets on board. The away team take the 3 Cardassians that were used as conduits, put them on board. They drag Sharon on. They Flora, Christopher, Frank, and Antoinette and Robbie get on board. Robbie jumps into the co-pilot seat with me up in the cockpit. Antoinette and Flora take care of everybody down the back with the Cardassians, and we take off. With the away team leaving the Bajorans behind, and raising up, and now the Wave Rider is got nose aimed towards the sky, heading back to the Cuchulain, whom they think is in orbit. However, as we join Beta Shift from 2 weeks ago, or whenever it was the last time we played with Beta Shift. Beta Shift have been time hopping from Nova class to Nova class sister ship, and have gone from the USS Nova and attempted to steal the USS Nova, taking 4 weeks to decide whether or not to take the ship, blow it up, talk to someone, or email the Cardassians to tell them the whole plan, But then everybody told Jerry, no, that's not what we're going to do. Let's blow up the Cuchulain, even though the Cuchulain was only a keel. So eventually they stole the Nova, and as soon as they spent 2 or 3 hours trying to steal the Nova, they ended up on the bridge of the Equinox as it docked in with Deep Space Nine. So they had as they were on the Nova, Admiral Paris and Ben Sisko came across the bridge and had a conversation they were able to listen in on. And as they went on to the Equinox, Captain Rudolph Ransom III, who's in command of the Equinox before he gets lost in the Delta Quadrant, being pulled by the Caretaker, he is on board, and it's their stopover at Deep Space Nine before they head off into the Badlands and try out some new technology, pulse wave technology, using two deflector dishes on the Nova class science vessel to stitch up anomalies or subspace problems which are caused by ships going over Warp 5, which was an episode of The Next Generation where they introduced speed limits to starships for some reason. and then quaintly forgot about it about 12 episodes later. So Ransom and the Equinox crew are still good guys at this time. They haven't changed and gone into the Delta Quadrant yet, but this is a new time. This is a new time. This is the future for the crew of the Cuchulain. They don't know what's been happening in the world. They've jumped from 2366 to 2371. So they're in the years 2371, and they've docked at Deep Space Nine. Now, this evening we have joining together live in person, Anne and Patrick.
Beta shift.
Anne and Patrick. We have we have half of a Jerry, and we've a lot of a. There we go, and we have Zap.
Shift.
So welcome along this evening, guys, and we will see where you guys are going to go. Now, before we start anything, Antoinette from Alpha Shift is joining us, watching live, and Andrew Brannigan, who is in the bottom left of your screen, is saying hello to us.
Shift is everywhere, Jono. Everywhere.
Yeah, it's a timey-wimey thing.
It's a wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey thing. Now, after me doing
tell
all
the Temporal police. Yeah.
So after me doing all that flibble, I'm going to do our usual, and I'm going to connect to the live stream via Facebook, just to check on it, make sure everything's. And then I have to mute that, and take the closed captions and turn them off.
Yes, because every time you said Cardassian, it's coming up as Kardashian.
Not the Cardassians. Yeah.
So I was seeing,
the
Cardassian sisters lying around all over the place now.
I can understand that, actually. I mean, on
one hand, waste of extras, yeah.
On one hand, you have a race with weird, skewed values and crazy-looking faces, and then the others are characters in Star Trek.
True that.
So we've got some extra people. We saw Craig Williamson joining us there via the YouTubes.
Yay,
and always have to say good evening to PJ as well. PJ also joins us via YouTube and uses this as kind of a podcast when he's wandering around the house. So PJ,
we did not just do the earning or something, no?
Not just do the what?
Or steam clean the entire house from top to bottom.
I said, would he not just do the ironing, Jono, you know?
Oh, just doing the ironing. Well, I mean, this podcast can go anything from 5 minutes when we got pissed off with each other to 3 hours live, or if we're playing privately, like our pilot episode of Beta Shift, which was an unaired pilot, 7 hours.
Yeah,
that was really good. That was so cool.
7 hours. Now that's 7 hours. What?
First of all, I was just figuring out the rules.
You need the ones that Jono keeps changing, yeah.
You know what? Let me see here. So when you talk about that, Jerry, right? This is one of my oldest role-playing games. Is Werewolf the Apocalypse, right? This is my favorite. This is my favorite game because it's the one I grew up with. And many times games masters come across people going, but that's not in the rules. And there's a great paragraph in this rule book that I absolutely love. If I can find it quick. See, look at my name. Distracted reading rules, John. So there's where is it? It's in the how to play, I think. There's a wonderful little thing.
Somebody went to the trouble of doing that.
So here, I want to read this out. I think I've read this out before, but this is the best. This is the best thing for any rule book that you're reading. Each chapter of this book focuses on. Maybe I should add some echo. Each chapter of this book focuses on a different aspect of the game, but it Be it a certain aspect of characters, a specific portion of rules, or a depiction of settings. You don't have to read them in order. Feel free to skip around until you're comfortable with the book. Naturally, the world of... Well, this is the world of werewolf. Naturally, this is the world of werewolf. Naturally, the world of werewolf is far too large to be contained between two covers. This rulebook is intended to serve only as a foundation on which to build your games. Feel free to modify, clarify, elaborate on, or disregard anything and everything within
That's the one I
doesn't
want.
suit your vision of an exciting game.
Just press agree and accept and ignore. That is the leadership way.
Yeah. Why am I getting all this
Can
marketing?
you do it in a funny voice as well, if you like?
What? Say that again, Jerry?
Hey.
I should have
Right.
probably put your phones on to hear him better.
Are we going to kill some cowardies or what, like?
So,
Yeah,
Alan Whelan is chiming in via YouTube's. You're rocking the Where No Man Has Gone Before velour, Jono. This is the cage, but yeah, it's also used in the Where No Man's Gone Before. And my new hairstyling. Yeah, I got a free haircut on a film I was working on last week.
When you get it finished.
Hey.
When you get
We
it
didn't
finished.
hear.
It's going to be a heckler again.
It's good to be doing anything again.
Very informative, you know. You look like your man on summer holiday. What's his name? Cliff Richard. That's it.
It is summer holiday. Well, the movie I was doing was set in the 1930s, so I had to get the old 1930s haircut.
Well, we've got the wine, so anybody wants the mistletoes, off they go.
It's going to get worse.
Speaking of which, welcome along to our Christmas episode.
Yay.
Okay, so you guys are on board the Equinox, and you're docking at Deep Space Nine. So don't fuck this up.
Zap, you're up.
Hello, automated docking. I just press the button and sit back and have me coffee.
Make
Don't
sure you
forget
put the
to
parking. Make sure you put the parking brake on.
I think you should still have to roll.
Lieutenant Brannigan to this is Zap here from the Bridge of the Equinox calling ops. Automatic docking secure. You now have control.
Nice.
And down with the coffee.
Equinox. This is station Deep Space Nine. You do realize this is a former Cardassian station with an amalgam of Federation Cardassian circuits. We do not have an automatic docking system. Docking is manual at Deep Space Nine.
No, I was told Cardassian technology told everyone what to do. All right, then.
Oh, that's Jerry.
No, that's Jerry.
Where's my PlayStation controller? Forward a bit, 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 forward a
You
bit.
are back.
Left a bit, left a bit. Your other left.
And hit the brakes.
Hit the brake. Prepare for docking procedure.
So you wave at everybody through the window in operations, and then they look at you and go, "The pylon is over there."
Zap.
Zap.
The big sticky yoke thing, you know.
No,
Okay.
I want to get closer to Quarks. I'm going for the inner ring.
You're going for the okay. You're going for the operation.
You're avoiding the habitat ring, so yeah.
Let's get a
Too far to walk.
Yeah, Zap's just going, fuck, I'm not parking at the docking ring. What? I have to walk all the way in? No. Right, so guys, you are you're on the Equinox. You've just had you just overheard a conversation between Captain Ransom and Benjamin Sisko about modifications to the Equinox, and the ship is now docked at Deep Space Nine. Is there anything you guys want to do?
Chuck them off.
Can we ask them to meet us in Quarks for a drink and then just back the ship back out and beep off someone?
So after spending like 2.5
Sounds like a
hours
plan,
trying to
guys.
steal the Nova last time, you now want to spend 2.5 hours stealing the Equinox.
No, we
No,
pretty
just
much
Give
had
more
that
like 2.5
there.
minutes.
No,
Johnny.
we're just going to
I was
Quarks.
thinking
I've
more like
seen
2.5 minutes. Yeah.
I've seen the holo records. I know which numbers are coming up. I'm going to play Dabo. I'm going to play Dabo.
You're forward in time. Forward in time, Zap. You're not going. Yeah,
Right.
you're now
Yeah.
in 2371.
Yeah, while we were in transit, I've just looked up the history of Quarks, and I know the numbers. It's like Marty McFly, my hero, with his almanac, and he knows all the sports results.
Gray's Sports Almanac for Starfleet.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we need to up our game. We stole a starship the last time. Maybe we should steal a
The
space station.
Oh, I like your thinking. Yes.
Does anyone even know where Chief O'Brien is? No.
Or just win enough money and we buy the damn thing.
No, I don't want to buy anything. I want
We'll
to.
buy a new one.
Buying it.
I want to steal.
But when
No,
did we
buy a new one and then use Jono's thingy and put it into another dimension that we can take out of our Doctor Who style pockets when it blows up.
So if you want to
Extra life.
Time relative dimension in space pockets. You've TARDIS pockets.
Oh yes.
Right. Okay.
As opposed to TARDIS. Let's not go there.
So the Cuchulain Special Operations Division is not on board the Equinox. You do not have special operations on board the Equinox. Don't forget the Equinox.
We don't need them.
Is
It's Christmas edition Santa
We're
bag.
Special enough as it is.
Yeah.
No, Santa bag, Christmas edition.
So it's a free DS9 for everybody in the audience.
Oh, you're gonna have multiple. You're just gonna start put your hand in, pull a Deep Space Nine, different universe. Yeah.
Parallel.
Do like a Christmas. Everything is in the whole universe in one
Deep Space
snuggle.
Nines just keep like, and then they start shooting at each other because one will be half a dozen will be Terra Nor, and then there'll be a load of them with Federation stations, Bajoran stations.
Yeah,
stations.
that's the counterpoint mission on Star Trek Online.
Well, some people were naughty and some people were nice. That's their tough.
That actually happens in Star Trek Online. It's the counterpoint mission.
Oh yeah.
Deep Space Nine under Admiral Lita comes through from the mirror universe, and you're fighting it.
Oh, okay, interesting. It's been so long since I played DS9. It's been so long since I played Star Trek Online that I actually don't know the missions. I think I'd have to restart from scratch because it's so many years since I played. So you guys, you're on the bridge. Zap's just parked up at Upper Pylon 3, everyone's favorite Upper Pylon, and so you guys have a few moments. The engines are shut down. You go through the shutdown sequence. So what are you up to?
Can we access the database and find out what happened in that sector on those dates? Because we are now in the future. We need to know.
Okay, so
we get back.
Well, Anne, can you do that?
So, Zach, do you want to say anything to that?
No, I'm just making sure that some of these Bajoran pilots aren't going to try and bounce into us. So I'm keeping an eye out from there.
You're just
with the hand on the handbrake just in case we have to escape.
All right, so
you stay in your position.
Yeah.
Right. So so
in
Jerry,
case you need a quick getaway, I can steal the ship again.
Right. So the other three of you are
well, you need to go to engineering Jerry console, don't you? And you need to secure the ship, Pat.
I do. Okay.
From boarders or unboarders or whatever, and see what the
any unauthorized personnel.
Well, maybe. Let's just be prepped.
Is there any way to check if there's any record of us stealing the?
That's what I want to check.
Well, I just need to know if what we do.
No, Pat, you can't explain.
Did anything we do actually cause a ripple?
Yeah.
Was it our fault?
So,
fault is such a nasty word.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, Anne? Yeah, it is. Blame is just bad.
So, guys, everyone's got to make an intelligence roll.
Oh, that's a good one.
Intelligence.
Okay, so
or the equivalent of an intelligence roll. Let me see.
Insight.
Why would
Insight.
Reason.
Insight or reason. Reason and
Is it a D6 roll, John? Oh yeah.
Purity.
D20, isn't
Sorry?
it, Jerry?
D20, 2 D20s. Program 2 D20s into your roll 20 interface. With down and then skip down and go less than
So if I go reason and security.
reason and security or insight and security.
I've got insight and security. I've got 15. And any go to anyone?
No, that you got to roll that yourself, Jared.
I got 13.
Okay, no problem.
And security 13 as well. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Jerry got 2.
Okay, have you rolled?
Oh, jolly good. Jolly good.
So it's not plus 15, Jared. It's less than. So jump down a couple of spaces on the roll 20 grid there.
I do beg your
See
pardon.
target number less than.
Yeah.
And put in your number.
All right. So and you get a success. Ooh, narrowly avoiding a 20 there.
Yeah.
And Pat, you get nothing.
I'll be over here dribbling on my console if anybody.
Jerry, we'll just call that you get 1 success.
Okay.
And
I
Zap,
just want to roll it again anyways, but doesn't matter.
Zap, you get a roll too, and Zap, you get fuck all as well. Right. So between yourself and Jerry,
no intelligence found.
It's not the first time we've heard that.
so between yourself, between Jerry and Anne, you again remember that checking any sort of records or of the past will be a violation
kind of
of
allowed,
the
right?
Temporal Prime Directive.
But is it though? Is it checking any records of the past? Because we check records of the past in our normal timeline anyway. For any
Yes,
record.
but you're now checking. You're now in the future, checking timeline, checking on your own timeline.
Yeah, but if we do it all the time when we check our results.
Plus, we want to make sure we're not screwing up the timeline.
Check
Yeah,
last
but we
week's
need
watch,
to
don't
check
worry.
to make sure that we're not screwing up the timeline.
We did in the past, we can't screw up. I know we jump, but I mean, we can't screw up what we did in the past.
We're
We haven't
beta
done it
shit,
yet.
Jerry. We can screw anything up we put our mind
listen.
to.
Well, if we try hard
Give
enough.
me a chance. I've only just started.
So everybody out there in YouTube land that's watching live, if you want to chime into the comments with the crew, how would you proceed with looking at the Temporal Prime Directive? Do you think that the guys somebody's talking to us on Facebook there. Paul Leach, hey guys, is the game you're playing being broadcast off the stream? Off the stream?
On the stream, probably.
Row your boat gently down the stream.
We're streaming live.
Yeah, we got a paddle for our boat.
So, well, welcome along, Paul. Thanks very much for joining us. But yes, we are live. We are streaming live. Is
right here, right now.
Being broadcast on the stream. It is a stream.
Yes, we don't know about it. Yeah,
we're live. So,
well, listen, we can't check.
We can't check. Yeah, because we can't check. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne.
So you cannot check. So
is it okay if I check what I had for dinner an hour ago?
Okay, we need to check the history of the Cuchulain because we're not checking our own individual timelines. They're checking.
That's the history. That's still your own
future history. But we can always go back and change.
I want to know.
We have to check.
It's
no information in front of us. We
future history, but we can always go back and change it.
No, do you know what we do? We go and we grab the nearest Starfleet junior officer and we drag them up and make them.
An ensign somewhere, yeah.
That's still violating the Temporal Prime Directive, Anne.
We're not telling them what to. We're just telling them what to do. We're not telling them what we're doing.
We're not going to tell them.
Go to Quarks and pay him to do it.
It's only violation if they don't agree.
Quarks.
It's only a violation if we get caught.
Yeah, go to Quarks.
No.
He's not subject to Starfleet.
Permission.
Oh, and have a game of darts with Julian, yeah.
Anyone remember Dalmer and Luckley?
Yeah.
No, they must have neuralized us.
Right.
Okay.
So
Okay, so we can't do that.
from Trials and Tribulations.
Okay, let's
So-
go.
So
Let's grab a fellow crew
without
member.
checking the
so ask them
records,
question.
let's continue on.
Okay. When did we jump the last time? What was there any obvious trigger? Were we close to Cisco or?
I think we were both close to Cisco that time, and Paris. They hadn't
So
been
do we
close
let
to
them
Cisco
off the ship, or do we leave them on the ship and then steal the ship and then go back and see can we go back in time?
No, actually, we left them off the ship and then we jumped straight after
No,
that.
we went through a spatial anomaly.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
caused by
think
an imbalance in the warp reactor. And
So I
when
think Pat is right there.
when we went
They're
through
both
the anomaly, we appeared on the equinox. So the anomaly seemed to jump us.
But it didn't jump the ship, it just jumped us.
Us.
We're out of time, not the ships.
Can we get the computer or to check if Admiral Paris is on board DS9 as well as Cisco, obviously?
You can get
Yeah, that
yes, you
seems
can,
like a good one.
yeah, you can do that.
Can we get
Okay.
can somebody do that so?
Yep.
Pronto? So we have that might be the only thing we have in comparison. You're right there, Pat.
Okay, so
Okay.
Okay,
So
who's-
it's roll,
I'll
or is
ro-
that-
You're locate Admiral Paris.
yeah,
Well, you don't have to particularly roll for it, but you just have to tell me what system that you're going to use to do that.
Ask the computer.
we'd have to do comms, wouldn't we? Or not even
The
comms, computer.
Starfleet records and then
We
manifest.
and we draw
Yeah.
attention to ourselves.
You could, Zap's right. You can check the manifest of the open manifest, the Starfleet manifest of personnel on
officers,
board
yeah.
Deep Space Nine currently.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I can just see us rocking up. Hey, Admiral Paris, we're the ones who borrowed the USS Nova.
We won't say who
Can
we
we
won't say
have a
who we
little
are.
chat?
No, can we take you and then hopefully just go back and fix what we broke?
Yeah.
So
Well,
you can make a
he's there
roll if
first,
you
right?
wish. You can make a roll if you wish to gain
Yes,
momentum. You obviously have
Yes.
the 2 in 20 chance of getting it.
Okay, so all of us.
No, whoever you're trying to do this can make a roll just to see if you can gain some momentum.
I
Okay.
nominate Anne.
Thanks. So this would be a reason and security again.
So this would be a. Let me see. What would we call this? It'd be kind of like, it wouldn't be a sensor sweep per se.
No, it's just an inquiry.
It's accessing computers.
It's just accessing the computer, you know.
Okay. So I've got
Just an interaction.
Hello, computer.
hello computer.
Hello, computer. Good afternoon, computer.
So I'm thinking reason and command.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Reason and command. That's fine. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I've only got
so
13 for
Or
that. So
insight and command. Either one.
insight and command is only 9. So yeah, I'm rolling. Oh, for feck's sake. Somebody needs to fix them dice.
Right. One success. You gain 1 momentum.
Excellent.
You get a momentum. Very good. Right. So you access the turret. You make a connection to Deep Space Nine and Starfleet records, and you see that no, Admiral Paris is not on board Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
So he's not the connection.
Okay, but presumably Cisco is.
Just go so.
Is there a
Can we
connection
find-
though?
Can we find out, Ransom, did he serve any form or time with Cisco?
You can check his Ransom's records. All right. Yes, you can.
You can.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
roll again for that if you wish. Try and generate some momentum.
Okay.
Okay, well I can't. I've rolled this round. So
Okay.
that would be
What-
security or
What did we say?
Reason and command
Give me
again?
in reason and security. Yeah.
Reason,
Reason,
Yeah.
security, 5, 13.
okay.
Okay, I'll take
Jerry's going to do
Oh,
it.
Jerry's
Or
in
Jerry, are you doing it or is Pat doing it?
What have you got, Pat? I only 12.
I have 13.
You roll so.
Okay. Didn't work too well the last time, just FYI. Okay, 2D.
Sure, the last time doesn't come because you can't check what happened before, Pat. You know that.
Success. Oh, 3 successes there from Pat Conran.
Excellent.
Because one was
Yeah, three
Oh,
successes.
You could be in
So,
my
bank-
assistant goal. Yeah.
There's a good round. So you've managed to bank 3 momentum. You guys have now got 4 momentum to spend in the rest of the game. So well done there. Right. So yeah, you check the records, and no, yeah, you don't see that Captain Ransom or Cisco have served close together at any stage, except for at the moment where they're interacting on the station. You see that they could have crossed over while serving in the academy. They're around the same age, so they might have had a crossover year on the academy. Nothing really noteworthy. But yeah, they're both here on the station at the moment.
Okay.
It must be the new stuff that the Equinox are testing, so it must be something to do with that. Maybe that's what's making us. We've been caught up someone. We're jumping back and forth.
I'm just wondering though.
That's the only thing that's tying it up.
If we're kind of involved with raids and profits, I wonder is Cisco something to do with it since he's the emissary?
But he doesn't know he's the emissary yet.
Good point.
Not yet. No.
As I say, we get drunk.
He knows he's the emissary. You guys don't.
And we've been in around all that chronometric radiation around Felina too as well. So we know there has to be a link there. You know where to go. Getting hit by chronometric particles, time travel.
So, my main question is, how do we get back?
Yeah, that's what we need to figure out.
My theory on that is we have to maybe go ride with the Equinox and or even take the Equinox and find the right zip, find stream. Yeah.
So I think we were planning on doing a mission in the Badlands to test. According to my history one.
But you're not supposed to be accessing history.
No, this is from the last game.
Okay,
fine. Okay.
We can access
these are my up-to-date notes.
You mean we have to
take your eyes, Zap. Sell it with your eyes.
Man, we were heading to the Equinox was heading to the Badlands to try out the new combined deflectors to dispel a plasma storm. So I think we would be looking something along those lines if we can use the deflectors to send us back, and then if we can modify the Cuchulains to shut down stuff on the planet.
So how do we get?
How many
deflectors while we're parked up? Not going to happen.
How many Starfleet personnel are on the ship right now?
84.
Yeah, it'd be a full crew.
So we blend in.
Yeah, well, I assume that because it was mentioned in the previous stream that we're going to be doing this mission, so we're probably just meeting the command crew on DS9, updating them, and then we're going to go off into the Badlands, and then when we're there, we can borrow the ship again.
Surely,
because we have experience at this now. It's like the Italian job.
You're leaving the minis at home this time.
Or we could try and pinch.
Well, it's a mini starship, so.
So maybe some of the crew who are not needed are on R&R on the station.
Yeah, can we take a runabout?
We may be able to send a few more off and then just keep enough for us so we can borrow the ship. And
we don't need a big ship. We only need a small one.
You're fascinated on stealing Nova-class starships.
Hey, I'm gotta steal the other one, John.
What sort of star? What was your? Did you grow up all on the same planet as Tasha Yar or something?
Pretty much.
But John, down here at Crazy Pat's use starships. People say we are crazy.
The needs of the many by far outneeds the needs of the rest of them. Yeah, whatever.
Jerry, do we need an actual starship this time, or do we need just something that will get us out back into space?
So we're going to need to make sure that the stuff works on the Equinox.
Yeah,
and if it works on the Equinox,
you're frozen there, Zap.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's working on the Equinox.
Okay.
I think anyone says that.
You froze, Zap. You went into a temporal stasis.
What we need.
Yeah, there you go. We were going to test it, so.
Actually,
we were going to test the linking of the two deflectors.
Yes,
we want to test if it could dispel stuff.
Okay, so anyway, you guys are not planning to go on board Deep Space Nine. that
No.
the plan?
Well, we'd like to for sightseeing.
We'd like to,
purposes,
but-
but
Unless you think we should.
unless we should.
Like this is the thing. You're at Deep Space
We just
Nine.
have a quick point in Quarks, and we'll go in. And yeah.
Should we sort of maybe try and scan ourselves, see if we've been saturated with, I don't know, chronotons or some weird wibbly wobbly time?
Don't need it. Just get a medical quadra and just do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will that help?
Well, we might give us some idea of what we have to do. I don't really want to just.
We could be duplicates of ourselves or something, like, you know. God,
What-
another jury. Jesus.
What do you think is going to happen when we get in proximity to him?
I'm wondering, are we going to jump again?
Yeah.
Well, then
Check
we
our
should
contact
literally
signature.
stick it to him like glue, shouldn't we? In every timeline.
Yeah, but it might creep him out.
Yeah, but what
Really? He's been down a wormhole. He's had things happen to him. How is he going to
be all right?
now? 4 Starfleet, well, 3.5 Starfleet officers.
What do you call the half?
Pat, he's an NCO.
It's the one on the one on.
He's still an officer. He's still an officer. He's a non-commissioned officer.
There you go. Whatever. But if we rock up, like, surely he's going to get the vibes off us if we've been saturated with whatever. But
I'm thinking as well.
It's 9 anyway. I could
let's
use
go
it.
for a walk.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
Yeah, but hang on a second now, guys, before we get up and all leave together. Is it going to look sort of funny when all 4 of us, the bridge crew, just...
No, I'm going to stay on the ship.
Zap's
Right,
going
the
to
3
stay
of us will go, so yeah.
mind the store.
3 of us will go for a walk.
Okay.
But you see, it might look actually decent because, like, I mean, at that point, because we're docked, everybody leaves the bridge, don't they? Except them.
Except the bridge crew can't go till they're relieved.
So Captain Ransom is sitting on the
rules, man.
bridge with you, or he wasn't sitting on the bridge with you because he wouldn't be listening into that conversation.
Oh,
Captain
God,
Ransom
no,
walks
this
out
is that
from his ready room and looks out the main view screen and he nice work, Lieutenant. Right, secure docking stations, make sure secure all moorings, and let's get the crew some brief shore leave on Deep Space Nine. I believe Quarks is a good place to hang out.
So we all stampede for the
let's-
door. Let's go, lads. Later. See you later, Zap.
There's an orb.
See you later, Zap.
Hello to Anya Water. So hello to Anne-Marie there, joining us live on the stream. So Captain Ransom gives you all leave to go and do what you want to do. Maybe go see the station if you wish.
Boogie, I want to rent out a hollow suite. I hear there's.
Are we fighting the Battle of Britain again, Patcher? For the Battle of Britain, I think, yeah.
Hey, bring your own
Hello.
lube and squeeze. It's all good.
Message from the XO. Hey guys, don't blow up the ship.
We have to find it first.
Which one?
They're not on the Cuchulain, Frank. They're not on the Cuchulain.
So even if we blow this ship up, we're still in
We're
there.
still good. We're still good if we blow this
What
one.
do you get, XO?
We get bonus points for DS9 though.
Yeah.
That's later,
Yeah,
Rad.
the thing is, don't blow up
That's
our station.
stationary. See?
Stationary.
I told you wrong. No, that's moving. No, it's moving.
Hey guys, isn't there an orb on DS9 or is there? I forget.
There's an orb of time.
There is
Orb
an
of
orb.
time.
I want that orb.
You
haven't been
don't
watching
know that.
DS9.
We don't know that.
Oh, okay.
You don't
That's
know that.
inconvenient.
You don't know that there's an orb. How do you know there's an orb there?
You don't even know what an orb is, Pat.
Well, really?
There's a guy selling them in Quarks, yeah.
You know, maybe I could just go on a random stroll around in a sort of an orby area.
Frank says when you get back to the ship, don't blow it up.
It's not to go calling Frank, it doesn't count.
Just because Alpha
Okay,
Ship
guys,
did it
let's
that
go for
one
stay.
time.
Just because they did it this one time.
Yeah, so guys, when you're talking about stuff, if you have an idea, your characters don't know about prophets and orbs and all of that crack. Just
Well,
now.
Robbie didn't know how to pray, but he still did it.
Yeah, and
that's
I'm
praying.
being
He was
very-
attempting to copy the Vedek in front of him. He wasn't going, "Oh, I know. We'll go down to the promenade
And
to
another
the Royal
point,
Temple and
is
go
that
see the
not-
orb."
Is that not dereliction of duty? He left his post.
Very good point.
Can we...
Actually,
Yeah, well, we're screwed then. If we're trying to be observant.
With all this time jumping, I'm feeling very frazzled and in need of spiritual comfort. So I think I should go and find the local Vedek and any orbs he might have.
That's a good idea. I think there's a temple there, Pat. I just go see a temple. Yeah, I haven't seen a temple in years.
I thought it was a
you guys
temple.
are
explorers, guys.
Zap,
Remember
you're definitely staying on the bridge, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Zap staying on the bridge. Okay, so the other three of you get up from your stations. Captain Ransom walks across and he says, "Enjoy your time off, guys. I'll see you back here in a few hours." And he strolls off into the turbo lift, and he's gone.
We go beta shit.
all three of you, as the doors close, all three of you just pop in and go
beta shit. And he's like
adding in some buffer time. Okay,
yeah.
So yes, so we have so Anne, Pat, and Jerry, so you head off to the turbo lift, and you take the turbo lift down to the to this. What are you gonna do? You gonna beam over, or are you gonna walk over?
Walk over.
Walk over. Okay, Jerry. So you head down to the airlock. And you head down to the airlock, and you arrive at the upper pylon. Where would the airlock be, actually?
Upper.
Well, I just wanted on record, Zap, that this counts towards my steps for this week.
I'm still waiting on some from you from last month. Never mind this week.
She's going to actually have some steps now, right? Yeah, for a change.
So I'm going to guess that
and you, Mr. Lynch, and you, we're waiting on yours.
My steps have gone over. My steps have gone over. I've lost count of my steps this week.
Well, they don't count unless they're sent to me to count them.
All right, I'll get on it.
The docking port is located on deck 5.
Okay.
So hello to Andy Quinn.
Deck 5.
Andy.
Deck 5.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
So heading down to deck 5, you arrive at deck 5, and there's a small bit of a queue with the Equinox crew, and there's nods and hellos and all that type of stuff, and there's a bit of excited chatter. Huh?
They don't know us.
There's excited chatter between the crew, and everyone is. Every so often, there's the doors open, doors closed, the airlock is activated, and you hear the what we would know as the distinctive sound of a Deep Space Nine or Cardassian rolling airlock as the doors go.
Oh, the big health and safety nightmare that is a Cardassian airlock.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't stand in the way of a Cardassian airlock. So you wander through and you arrive in the arrivals area of Upper Pylon 3, and you can take the stairs, or you can wait for the turbo lift.
Take the stairs, get those steps in.
And take the stairs, being very, very observant at all times.
See on the ground floor, lads. I'm taking the lift. I want to see who I end up sharing with, because it ain't going to be you guys.
So you hop into the lift, and you take a ride down to the to the promenade. So you're on. So the doors open, and you walk out onto a ringed promenade with Cardassian architecture, which is adorned with Bajoran flags and symbolism hanging from the ceiling, which adds a stark color to the dark gray, gold, bronze look of the Cardassian architecture. As you wander, as you step out onto the promenade, it's not too busy. Most of the people wandering around are the Equinox crew filing out from different turbo lift entrances, and it's mainly Starfleet personnel. You see the odd trader. You see a strange alien with little bits of hair sticking out. He's got a very long face with jowls, a small mouth, with kind of a puffy spacesuit on him, and he's not able to turn his neck, but he walks past you at a slight brisk pace. he seems to be heading towards an area that has flashing lights outside it, and he takes he makes a right turn and goes in. You hear cheers every now and again, and echoing around the area, and you hear a strange clicking akin to a roulette wheel, and there's not a hustle and bustle, but there's enough commotion on the promenade that it's not quite super busy, but it's busy enough. There's shops and stuff open. Not everything is looking pristine as it would be on a starship. You notice that most of the shops on the promenade are owned by Bajorans, and there seems you smell. Actually, make everyone make. Let me see. Everyone make a presence and what would it be? A presence and science roll. Presence and science. Everyone make a presence and science roll. Very simple.
Roll 2 or roll 1, Jono?
Always roll 2, Jerry. Always roll 2.
Okay.
So Pat, you got a success.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something difficult. You got nothing, Anne.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I got nothing.
Yeah, give an L roll there, Jerry.
That was really great. Yeah.
So roll. You've got your number.
I can't change the minus sign.
You don't need to change the minus sign. It's always going to be less than.
No, you're in the wrong input box, Jared. Go down. It says optional additional settings.
Yeah.
And then in exploding, it should say none. And then below that again, it says target number.
Yeah.
And less than. And in that box to the right of less than, you should put your 13.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And
then
make sure it's
delete
0
it from the plus box. So anyway, we look at that, and Jerry, you get 2 successes. Congratulations, you get an extra momentum. Well done. So Pat, you sniff the air, and as you're walking by, you get the waft of something. It's not quite nice, and Jerry, you get the same smell, and you realize that you're smelling gah and racht. And there's a Klingon restaurant off underneath the balcony. As you walk around, you see that there are giant oval windows on the level above, and you pass under a structure, and you see 2 kids dangling their legs over watching everybody, and you see a man with a plain face grimacing. Just behind them, and
all
the fields.
So you see a young African American boy, and you see a young Ferengi dangling their legs out over having a chat, and then there's a grim. You see a man in a beige uniform with a very very undistinct face. Wandering towards them, and suddenly he stands behind them with his arms folded.
Is it wrong? I want to push them. I mean, really, like
they're above you, and they're above you.
You can't push me; they're above you.
As you look at these, two boys and this man out the window behind them, you see an amazing spectacle. Suddenly the entire area glows with blue, and it erupts with white light in the center.
Hey guys, let's go have a look at that. Let's go.
You've never seen this before in your lives. You don't know what it is. This is a spatial anomaly that no one else seems to be paying any mind to, except you guys. You guys are the only ones that seem to be like super excited about it. You see a number of people just standing on the second level, looking out the window at it, but they're just, some of them are Bajorans, and they seem to be just contemplating, whereas everyone else seems to be just walking along and checking out this site and then nodding and moving on. It doesn't seem to be a thing, But to you guys, this is highly unusual. This is a spatial anomaly that
Let's go have a look, guys. Let's go have a look.
I want to go and steal a ship and go through it. How can we make this happen?
Well, first you got to find out what the hell it is.
Just
So
for
ask-
joyride. I
We
don't
don't
care.
know what it is first. We don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
just tap the nearest guy on the shoulder.
Excuse me, Odo.
What's that?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me,
He's
sir.
up above.
So you
Yeah.
walk up to the second level. You wander over to this man with the non-distinct face standing. He's literally just picked up the two boys, and he has them one in each hand under the arm of the others, and he's holding two boys on the bridge over the balcony. But you stop in front of him, and he looks at you. If he was able to, he might raise an eyebrow, but he doesn't seem to have any.
Excuse me, sir. What is that anomaly out there?
He looks at you, and he goes. He instantly harumphs because he's being caught in the middle of something, and he's
You gotta
very-
multitask, people.
He's very taken aback at someone just running up, a Starfleet officer running up to him and asking him, "What is that out the window?"
How else are we going to find out?
Well, so he looks at you, and he looks at the two boys, and he looks at them, and he says, "Jake, Nog, I've told you before." And they go, we're sorry, Odo, we're sorry, Constable. It won't happen again. He looks at them and harumphs again, in complete disbelief at what they're doing. And don't think I won't say this to both of your fathers. And he lets them go. He then shakes his sleeves, and to straighten them out, and he looks at you and he goes, "I am Constable Odo. I am the station chief of security." You don't know that, Jerry.
We've heard about it, though.
Have you?
No. Do you know what, Jerry? Shut up. We haven't met your spy yet. Excuse me, sir, but I mean, this is my first time on a ship, and really, that's an amazing anomaly out the window. How it's incredible you live here, but please, can you tell me what it is?
Yeah, you're not stealing it, man.
I want to steal it.
This
Well, I
is,
didn't say that bit out
welcome to the Bajoran Station Deep Space Nine. I'm quite surprised that you have never heard of the Bajoran wormhole, the first stable wormhole known to exist between the Alpha and the Gamma quadrants. It is quite the religious icon to the Bajorans as well. What starship are you from?
The Equinox. We just landed.
I see. It's highly unusual for Federation personnel to arrive at the station and not be briefed on the wormhole.
Oh, we were very busy.
He's not quite.
We're on an away mission. They hadn't got time.
He's
So how stable is that wormhole? Like, can it come and go whenever you want it to?
We were last minute transfers, and on an unrelated topic, what's the security like around the runabout?
Perhaps you should come with me to the security office, and do you really ask him that?
No.
Okay.
We're not that bad. We just like wrecking.
Right.
But just so you know, if I ever actually did in that situation, I would be so fangirling. It wouldn't be even funny.
So you don't know who he is, but anyway, right. So Anne,
we know
make a presence and security roll, Anne.
Yes.
One success. Okay, nearly an abject failure there with a 19. And you realize that the line of questioning that you're giving is causing great suspicion in the chief of security of the space station. So perhaps the line of questioning that you're going down and the phrasing of your questions is not the best in the world.
But I'm being so friendly. And if it goes this way, then maybe he might bring us to Cisco.
He's more interested in why Federation personnel have not read their briefings on
What's
the most
the best way to
well-known.
get to Cisco?
So he's looking at you and thinking the most well-known anomaly in the Alpha Quadrant, and you guys don't know about it?
When was it discovered, though?
2 years ago. But you don't know that.
There you go. We don't know it. But we are 9 years in the past. We're from 9 years in the past, so how would we know about it?
Exactly. But I've
just learned something.
But Anne, you're realizing that the line of questioning that you're using is showing that you are not supposed to be there.
Maybe we should stop.
Okay, guys, let's. Are we okay? We've seen the wormhole. We've seen the wormhole. Let's go to Quarks. Come on.
Okay, Quarks.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
security officer. Thank you. Yeah.
I think that's worse because he's just dismissed him, so he's going to be watching us now, which is good.
That's his job.
And you have a record of talking to Cardassians. You mightn't like that either, Jerry.
Listen,
Well, I think Anne just joined him with
that was
Bajoran personnel.
Pardon?
I think Anne just joined him in regards to giving information to
Thanks,
Bajoran personnel.
Yeah, don't be robbing my role.
I don't know what ship we were on.
Yeah, but at least he's a quasi-ally. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he could arrest us and bring us to Cisco if we need to.
Anyway,
he's also one of the founders, but we don't know that either.
Quarks! Let's go to Quarks.
So Odo looks at you as you say thank you, and
as we pass, we go.
He grimaces, watches you pass, and looks at you and goes, "Enjoy your stay at Deep Space Nine." And
we will. Thank you.
And he wanders off as you go. So you're on the upper section of the promenade, and you see that there's an entranceway to Quarks on the upper section, or you could go down the spiral staircase and go in the main door.
Let's go in the main door.
Let's do it right. Yeah.
You don't like going into the. I can't even say it.
And wants to do the western where she walks in, and the doors go.
I do.
Okay, heading down the staircase anyway, rapidly. Yeah.
Jerry walks on ahead, going, "Oh, good God, I'm not leaving."
What? Where the hell's my combat?
So, Jerry, you pace on and you walk down the spiral staircase. As you wander down the spiral staircase, you notice two tall doors to your right, and in beyond them you see some sort of sick bay, and you see medical staff wandering around. There's at least one. There's one man in there of a Middle Eastern origin, Middle Eastern origin, checking, walking around with a medical tricorder. And you see a blonde lady in a Bajoran uniform with blue shoulders, and they're wandering around in there. And to your right, you hear a lot of chatter and noise above the engines or above the fusion reactor of the station. And you see a big sign, and seems to be some sort of dodecahedron or something full of light bulbs flashing. And there's a bar inside.
Yeah, in we go.
Okay.
So you arrive in Quarks, and to your right you see a medium-sized bar, silver and grey, with metallic, with metal grills for it. You see the alien that passed you earlier on, that has the long face and the spidery hair sticking out, with the inability to turn a big puffy spacesuit on him, sitting on the first seat, on the first bar stool on the right. To your left, you see something akin to a roulette wheel. It clicks, slows down, and then as it seems to stop, you hear someone call out, "Dabo!" And a lot of people cheer, and they're all very happy. Behind the bar, you see a couple of Ferengi. So this seems to be a Ferengi bar. So you
that's the process of elimination now. There is it.
Yeah. So, okay. So I just said,
Let's
go
go to the bar and get sloshed. I'm all out of ideas.
No, Anne. Let's go to the bar. Let's find a table. Get ourselves a drink, and let's be inconspicuous. Yeah.
There's disadvantage if we don't know that word.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That is so gone. Right. Where's Cisco in all this?
Where's Cisco?
That's what we're going to find out. We're going to ask quiet questions. He's not in the bar, is he, John?
He's not in the bar.
He's not in the bar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I still think my idea getting arrested.
We can't walk back out again, can we?
Still think getting that security guy.
Can I make a suggestion?
All the way from the ship? Yeah, of course you can, Zach.
Yeah. No, this is
communicate
for you guys to help out.
Okay.
I'm still hooked into our computer systems. So if you want to find out what's going on, you talk to me and I can look up the Starfleet daily briefings.
Actually, hang on. I've got a better idea. Zap's still hooked into the computer systems, so if we talk to him, he can check out the Starfleet daily briefings.
That's why he said get a quiet table so nobody'd hear us.
All right.
Yeah.
So
well, you go to the bar, Jerry, and you order the drinks. I'll have whatever you have.
So I'm stuck in
you get told
again. Like I'm
just going to sit here and look weird.
So you notice that it's
quite
noisy down on the lower level. On the upper level, you can see that there are tables above looking down onto the Dabo table. And there's a couple of spiral staircases either side of the Dabo table to get upstairs within Quarks. Okay. And you, as you stand there, Jerry, you wander over to the bar. And you the Ferengi at the bar. He seems to be the only Ferengi that's not wearing one of the pieces of material at the back of his head. Every other Ferengi you've ever seen has one, except this particular Ferengi.
Damage 4.
So, but to you guys, the Ferengi have just only recently been rediscovered in. By the USS Enterprise, and these particular type of Ferengi seem to be a little bit more refined than the briefings that you've seen on the Enterprise D's encounter with the Ferengi recently. So these guys seem to be a little less animalistic than what you've been briefed on. So as you walk over to the bar, Jer, you. Instantly the bartender looks at you and he plunks a glass in front of you. He sees you and picks up a glass and puts it in front of you, and he goes, what can I get you?
3 synthales, my good man.
Synthale. Very exciting. So he turns around and he goes up and he's punches in.
Technically on duty, so.
That's right. He punches in a code, and
level-headed.
So the synthales appear in the thing and in the replicator. He turns around and he passes them over, and he looks at you and goes, "So how will you be paying for this evening?"
I left my purse in my other uniform.
Yeah,
he looks at you and he goes, "That's no problem at all. If you could," he produces a pad and he says, "All I need is your thumbprint."
God.
A Ferengi, really?
Jerry's got a thumbprint.
Oh, Jerry's going, okay.
He's got a thumbprint.
So, Jerry, you have a decision now to make. Do you want to give over your thumbprint?
It's not going to make any difference because we're going to be out of here anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so Jerry, you put your thumbprint on the pad.
Anytime, any space.
Done.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going upstairs.
The roll for that.
Huh?
No, you don't have to roll.
It's just a decision you have to make. So he
put
taps
your thumb on the pad.
Yeah. Right. In the meantime, you two guys go upstairs and I'll follow you.
Oh yeah.
He taps in, checks your credit. Since you're Starfleet, he checks your credit and you've never seen you before to make sure you actually have like Latinum or something in an account somewhere in the universe.
We're going to get arrested anyway.
Swiss bank account.
You know, so but he wanders away typing in numbers and stuff like that in the code. So you have 3 drinks that you can take away.
Right, we're going up to sit down upstairs, and we're going to contact Zap.
Zap, yeah. So do we need what do we need to do so to contact Zap?
Tap
Your
our
comm
badges.
badge.
Okay.
Our comm badge. So
Tap your comm badge. That's all you got to do.
Do we have to roll for that? Because
That's what I
No,
meant.
you don't have to roll to tap your
No,
comm
no.
badge. No.
you
It's
just
a
want
lot
to
of
roll
magic.
more dice and fail miserably. Right, Zap, can you locate Cisco on the station in relation to us?
I assume I could. Just checking on the daily orders and find out that he'd be on duty. He'd be on duty, and if he's on duty, then he's probably in either ops or his office.
Zap, you're sitting there, and you can easily, because you're on the bridge of the Equinox, and nobody's listening to you. You can easily just go, computer, locate Commander Cisco.
Searching.
Okay.
That's how I was thinking you would do.
Can you, and as well, Zap, after you do that, can you send us all information onto our tricorders about the wormhole? If you don't know anything about it.
And also
We
some
don't.
money. We're going to need more than 3 points.
Can you stick something on our revenue cards or something? I don't know.
So you can't. The reason why it's called Press Latinum is because you can't replicate Latinum.
Yeah. I'll hook you up with the quartermaster accounts.
2 seconds.
Tell him I want to pay a rise as well.
0.
Computer, stop.
Now can
Sorry, go ahead. She started mouthing off about connecting to something, and I was like, no, stop. Computer, start the warp core. Okay, so somebody's who's laughing here? Oh, Anne-Marie, she's laughing at us. So after the computer, you ask Zap, you ask where Cisco is. It just confirms Commander Cisco is in operations.
Do we want to go up and find him, or do we want to wait for him to finish?
That could be ours, then. We don't have ours.
We don't. We need to go and see him.
Do we have a reason to go up? Because we can't just walk in. We're not part of ops.
We could have if we'd been arrested. But listen.
No, we haven't been arrested yet.
No, because then...
Zap, you also were looking up the records of the anomaly.
Yeah, because it would come up if we're assuming it's like Wikipedia.
Yeah.
We're at Deep Space Nine, pull up that, it'll go Bajoran wormhole, then I'd have a look at that and review its history and all that.
Okay, so with a quick search, Zap, you don't have to roll for it. You see that you can pull it. You pull up the information sheet, the Starfleet wiki on the Bajoran wormhole, and it gives you all the information in regards to it is the first known wormhole known to exist, stable wormhole known to exist. It connects the Alpha Quadrant and the Bajoran solar system to the Edron system in the Delta Quadrant, in the Gamma Quadrant. And there's a brief rundown of all the new species that have been discovered on the other side. And there's a brief mention of new empires that they've come across, the Karama, and there's a small entry about a organization known as the Dominion, but not much is known about it except that they have the race that they've met is the Vorta. And you also see that you get the brief rundown that this wormhole it's in the Denorius belt of the Bajoran solar system. Deep Space Nine has been moved from the orbit of the planet Bajor 2 stationed outside this wormhole, and it is now used as a new transit system for exploration. Deep Space Nine has become a center of trade. So you update all of your knowledge on the local area, and you basically gain the knowledge that you have now. Of the wormhole. Okay, so do you relay this to the rest of your team?
Yeah, and also to let them know that when we were at Felina 2 and the big chronometric energy spike that came bursting out headed towards the Bajoran system. So
right.
is it related to the wormhole?
We have to go and see Cisco, I think.
Yeah, so
that's right. So there was
it's a time and space anomaly, and we were something to do with time, and we've been moving in space as well. So is there a connection there?
So when weeks ago on the episode when Robbie tried to blow up the collector array that was projecting interphasic energy out into space, and it went horribly wrong, that interphasic energy and chronoton energy from the atmosphere collected. So that managed to move the ship out of the way, only getting clipped on the ventral section of the ship. But the trajectory of that particular energy wave went.
I love you, Zap.
The solar system. So, but then later on, a couple of episodes later, when all of this time travel you guys are experiencing happened, an energy surge from the Norius belt in the Sol system, or sorry, in the Bajoran solar system, headed towards the Cuchulain, and the Cuchulain got hit by the energy system that came from the Denorius belt.
Okay.
I'd say we're basically, because we were the only
that seems to be the center of all these distortions.
Space.
So do we need to rock into the wormhole then?
I think we need to go and get Cisco and go into the wormhole.
Ask him to come with us?
We can't tell him who we are.
No.
But we know he knows more than he's letting on.
Rohypnol?
Well, I was thinking we stop off a sick bay because it's right beside Quirks, and we get a couple of hypo sprays and we just load them up with tranquilizers.
Or you could just we've just arrived on the Equinox, saw the wormhole opening, looked deadly, and chance we can borrow a runabout and go over and do the touristy thing. Because I'm sure there's a Ferengi out there with a ticket stand just beside where it opens.
A big red bus tour.
Yeah. Rob, is it Rob?
Every city has
the wrong tickets, selling yesterday's tickets.
The big red shuttle.
Could we just ask this go? Do you want to pop us around and show us what's what like?
No, I think we need to go back, get Cisco, go back, and either take a shuttle or take the Equinox and go into the Equinox.
Can we get an open top shuttle? I want to see what's going on.
Open top shuttle.
What's the red one, Pat?
Is it a hop on, hop off tour?
Well, just make sure your helmet and your mag boots are on.
That's for Pat. Pat's
he never takes them off.
Pat's going to be charged by being on the bow of the ship.
Yeah, it just makes it easier to fire the pack cannon. Oh, there you go.
I've got a suggestion, lads, and it's bold. What's go that? With the anxiety of the tranquilizers. We get Cisco. We go on top, say we just like to meet you, sir. Bloody. We tranquilize him. That beams us over to Equinox, and we bug off then and see.
Why not just ask him?
Because it's no fun in that.
Jeez, Zap, you're so pedantic.
You can't assault.
Come on,
the station commander and a superior officer. So
all right,
just go and
that'd be boring, exactly.
We go back in time, it'll never have happened anyway. So we can do whatever we like.
Yeah, but if we go in, if you guys, I'm covering your arses back here. If you guys go in and explain to him on a one-to-one,
we can't because of the temporal prime directive.
It just Cisco.
Still breaking the temporal prime directive.
No, we're not. We're not altering anything. We're just telling them what's been happening to us. and it seems to be related to the wormhole.
Sounds
Can
like
we,
a plan.
John? Can we please?
Let's do it anyway. Why are we asking John for?
Everybody make a presence and security
Presence.
roll. Everyone make a presence and security roll.
Hang on.
Right. I got 2 successes.
2 successes from Anne.
That
Very
would
good.
help me.
No, Anne only got 1 success.
Ah,
That is... Jerry, how did you get 0 successes when you rolled 2 4s? Jerry, you switched it from less than to greater than. You switched it from less than to greater than.
Bugger, my fault.
You're the engineer, my friend.
We don't use less than minus. It's all metric nowadays.
See, 4 is a smaller number than 16. That's
So Pat. Well, Jerry, you got 2 successes, and you got you got 2 successes. Well done, Anne. And Zap, you get a success. So Anne, getting 2 successes, and Jerry, between the conversation between the two of you, you realize that you don't actually have to steal the entire Equinox. Yeah. And you don't have to steal a runabout, and you don't have to steal the Defiant. You can, you have access to every other ship system of the Equinox, including their shuttles, all of them.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that? But anyway, okay, so we
we're technically borrowing a shuttlecraft.
We are borrowing.
We're borrowing a shuttlecraft.
Let's go borrow a shuttlecraft and go and see the anomaly.
Do we want to ask, or do we want to borrow?
Better to ask forgiveness.
Hello, flight control. It needs to be tested out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yay! We're back to that again. That's
a test flight. Yeah.
So how are we going to get? Do we need Cisco?
I don't think so.
Okay, fine.
Hello to always come back again.
If we're keeping the temporal cops out of it,
yeah,
we'll just do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a DIY.
If we get in trouble, then we can always blame the temporal cops because we didn't want to get them involved.
Well, can't we just go up and say hello to Cisco anyway? Do you know the way he did it with Kirk in Trouble with Troubles?
No, we've already seen it.
That hasn't happened yet.
So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, but nothing has happened yet.
That wouldn't have happened yet.
No.
Yeah. Even in this timeline.
Yeah,
okay,
that's another 2 years away that you don't know about.
So if you want to finish your drinks and casually stroll back to the Equinox, I'll meet you in the hangar bay.
Yay!
Okay, let's do that.
Can we just maybe find a quiet corner and Zap can beam us to the hangar bay and we can meet him there?
Yeah, because Jerry doesn't want to walk.
Yeah.
No, because Anne is too slow. Like,
yeah, unauthorized transportation.
Unauthorized transporters and things like
that.
that.
So let's not. Let's go the long way around and let's.
We had enough shore legs.
Geez, Jerry, you've only had 1 pint. You should be able to.
And it was synthahol.
I'm not buying any more drink.
Yeah, let's do this.
And it was synthahol. So, right. So you put your drinks down and you exit Quarks. You wander down towards the towards the turbo lift. And as you're walking down the promenade, the plain-faced gentleman walks out in front of you and stops you. And he says, "Hold it right there." The 3 of you.
Wow.
And Quark comes around, hiding behind him, and looks at him, and he goes, "That's him. That's the one. He tried to pass off a false thumbprint." And
This one.
Yeah, I checked his records. He's definitely not what he looks like on this. This is not the man that's doing that. This man is a hell of a lot younger than this man here on the pad.
Oh, I don't know my age.
You know,
because
that's speciest.
Yeah, that is specious. Yeah.
How does he know that you don't age backwards?
If the 3 of you would kindly come with me.
Yay, we're going to see Cisco.
That's all
you want to see the inside of the break.
Well, hey, it's not my first break. It won't be my last.
All right, so he's just like he points you towards these two giant double doors behind you, and says, "If you would kindly just wait in here, please." And you wander in, and you go into the security office. A door recedes up into the ceiling, and he leads you off into the left, and you wander around into another room in at the back, and you see three jail cells, basically Federation Bajoran Cardassian jail cells, and he basically puts you in one in each one.
Okay.
Hang on a second.
You would kindly step inside.
Yep, sure.
I'm claustrophobic. Sorry.
Yeah, listen, just get in, Jack. Shut up.
Can I ask what we're being charged with?
For now,
I'm an innocent man.
For now, you are under suspicion of fraud. If you would just kindly step behind the force field.
We don't really have much choice, do we?
No, we're being arrested. This is pretty cool.
Okay, let's get arrested.
This is cool.
All right, so you're in this. You're in the brig. You get a jail cell each. He activates the force field, and he wanders out. He says, "I will be back to deal with you momentarily." Quark, standing at the door. Is that all you're going to do? Oh no! Come on! These people tried to rip me off. Here's me being the dutiful businessman that I am.
Come on, it was only a couple of signals, for God's sake.
Honest businessman.
Personnel are trying to take my stock from me without paying for it. This is not right, Odo. Come on, Quark. Let's talk about this in my office. And you three will be dealt with in a few minutes. So he wanders out.
Can we contact Zap?
Yeah.
You can. Well, all communications in and out of this space will be monitored.
But should we don't exist anyway?
Can we be beamed out of there?
No. You're saying it's a jail cell, basically, and
You've
been in jail cell.
What?
I can initiate the conversation.
Yes.
You can, yeah.
Hey guys, what's keeping you?
We've been detained by a constable.
I've got us locked up. Yeah.
Apparently, we're not on the manifest for the equinox at this time.
That's not right, Anne.
What was it?
It's not that you weren't on the. It wasn't that you weren't on the manifest for the equinox.
Apparently, Jerry's records aren't.
There's a discrepancy in Jerry's
records.
ID.
Okay, my bad.
Can you? Any chance you can update my records app, ASAP?
Okay.
Go on. I gladly pay a Tuesday for a loan today. Like.
Okay, so
here, right?
You're going to attempt to update Jerry's Starfleet records.
All their records.
You're going to attempt to update all of their records.
And I would have to borrow the Chief of Security's login details. Because as flight controller, I wouldn't have access to that system.
Pat is.
Right.
Yeah, so I would have to borrow his ID, and then you can change it later, and I'll delete your browser history.
Go on, change your password later.
So your little computer hack, Zap, is going to cost you a little bit of time, a little bit of rolling. All right.
Okay.
So do you have any specialties or values that will help you in this regard?
I have a computer expertise talent.
Excellent stuff. That will reduce your difficulty by 1. Excellent stuff.
So while Zap's doing all this, I just want to do that pointless thing they always do in the cells where they go
I go flying backwards.
and then Pat, just for pig iron, just goes.
I'm just going to go like that. Yep, it's a real one. Yep, it's a real one.
Can I get?
And I was just going to sit in the car and say, "Yeah, home sweet home, yeah."
Home sweet home, lad.
I was already unpacking our suitcase, for God's sake.
I'm in my happy place. I'm good.
All right, so Zap, make a roll for your. Let me see. You would be insight and security. or maybe, well, hang on, let's just say helm, navigation, sensors, internal systems, command officer, communication.
Would I not use Pat's numbers on this because I'm using his?
No, you still have to use your
So I have to
ability,
use
even
my
though
own.
you might have his code. So the first thing you're going to
Okay.
have to do, Zap, is access Pat's code. Unless he's going to give it to you over the comm.
Well, I can do that, although it's probably being monitored.
Well,
Well,
And I can always ask you, do you have
what's Jerry doing? Jerry, this is no time to pray.
I'm searching for a way out of the cell.
What?
I'm looking to dig a tunnel out of the cell, man.
There's
You
a
hear
way out.
something on
There's a way out.
the wall.
Yeah.
Stand. Being
No, I'm not next
a-
time. I'm next to Pat. I'm not next time. Hands in the
Okay,
corner.
back.
Hands in the bowl.
Stand back.
Stand back.
Stand back.
Cardassian voles are very educated, aren't they?
Car-
Cardassian voles know Earth Morse code.
That's the point, Jerry.
there's
Your
not a way out.
Cardassian pals to get us out of this.
Oh, Gold the cat. Is he in there? Can we find anybody?
Okay, no, he's in the cell next to you. Yeah.
Right.
I don't care. I've got my chocolate ration. Yeah.
Oh, we've got sweeties.
We do.
Yeah.
Management.
We also need more wine.
We do.
You're in the middle.
Communications tasks.
Have we done?
Damage control, transporters, power
Yeah, I
management.
like this jail. I like this jail. You get chocolate.
So, attacks and damage. See, this is why my name is today Distracted Reading Rules.
Wait, I'm going to get more. I'll be
Yeah, I
right.
found something here. Whenever you attempt a task that involves the programming or study of a computer system, you may add a bonus D20 to your pool.
Ooh.
There you go. So
With
that's what
the
that
rules.
was. Let me see. Yeah. So. Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. So, Zap, for your system, I'm reading the difficulty table here. It specifically says researching classified information, which is Jerry's personnel files, which would be a difficulty of 4. So, but because you're got your computer whiz, you get an extra dice. Okay. So there's the difficulty there is 4 as per that. You have got 5 momentum. So you have 2 dice plus your extra dice. With a difficulty of 4, you can have a maximum of 5 dice. So you could spend 3 momentum to get your maximum 5 dice to attempt to roll 4 successes.
Use the momentum.
Yeah, I'd use momentum. It's just
Yeah.
to make sure that we're helping out.
Absolutely. And what are the attributes that you're looking for?
Now you could also get Pat to roll an assist roll, as in he's giving you access code.
Use his codes, yeah.
All right, so that will give you maximum of 6 dice to roll for a difficulty of 4.
Are you going to give him an assist?
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, he
It's a
says
great jail then. Wine and all in jail, so that's great.
Oh, there you go.
So I have to roll
it'll
for insight and
control-
security, was it?
It'll be either control and security or daring and security.
Control and security.
All right, and then Pat, it'll be the same for you: control or daring and security. Hey, sorry, hang on.
Okay, control.
You just get another drink in Quarks. You're in a jail cell.
Well, you know.
Cell service.
Oh, wait, my chocolate. This is a great jail cell.
Cell service.
It's Deliveroo. It rocks.
Just like to say at this particular moment, the USS Cuchulain is not sponsored by Cadbury's. However, if Cadbury's would like to sponsor us, we'd be over.
It's got enough fruit and nuts on board.
That's beta shift. Beta shift is just fruit and nuts.
And reason, is it?
No, daring and
Security.
Daring and security.
So you're rolling 1 dice, and Zap, you are rolling 5 dice.
Oh,
Oh, look
The
at
next time you
that.
see my
Look
uniform,
at this.
From Zap. 3 successes from Zap.
Yay!
One success from Pat for this to work.
I can only roll one dice, isn't that right?
You can only roll one dice, and you better hope the feck it works.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah!
Yay, successes!
I'm free!
So
Okay,
you
Zap,
actually
just
bank
so you know,
momentum.
Zap, just so you know,
Nice
my
successes.
password
Well
is
done, guys.
DISCOSUCKS@1.
So with your passcode of Disco Sucks, you access the personnel records app with help from Pat, and you modify. You're not modifying just Jerry's; it's everybody's. Yes,
It's everybody's to update us all.
Just you look at the time, you look at the year, and you adjust everybody's age by about 8 years. You go into the visual records of the sensors on board the Equinox, and you use an up-to-date image of the guys as they were leaving the station, the ship, and entering the station. And you use all their up-to-date images, not their images from 8 to 10 years ago. You up-to-date the images with what they look like 8 to 10 years ago, not what they should look like right now. You know, because the goatee and the giant sideburns on Pat just doesn't work.
Sorry, something went wrong there.
So yeah, you're kidding. You're in jail. In through the door after about a half an hour of fiddling about, and you guys staring at each other through force fields. Odo walks through the door again, and in through the door with him comes another officer with him, and it's you recognize her as a Trill. She's in a blue uniform. She's got spots from the top of her head down her neck, disappearing into her uniform.
You remember me from 9 years ago? Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you all perk up, and I'm gone. Howdy doody.
And she seems to be pleading with the constable, and he folds his arms, and he's like, "Lieutenant, I'm telling you, when Quark looked at the records, there was something up. There was something not right."
Tell him to look again.
She goes, "Odo, I've just checked the records on my way down from operations. Why are there 3 Starfleet officers from a visiting starship in the brig? Obviously, this is we don't need to be arresting our own at the moment." Lieutenant, I'm just telling you what I saw on the pad and what Quark reported to me. However, everything seems to be in order right now, so I will release them with a warning. Dax walks up and she smiles at you, and as Odo walks to the middle, and
no licking.
He taps a code into the control panel in the middle of the room.
No licking.
And your 3 force fields drop, and Dax she stands there with her hands behind her back, and she goes, "I'm sorry about that, everybody. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I hope this hasn't inconvenienced your short stay with us.
No, not really.
We have all sorts of computer problems. Our chief of operations is always attempting to merge our Cardassian systems with their Federation systems. I'm sure it was just a temporary update situation with the computers. If you follow me, I'll bring you back out to the promenade." So she turns around and starts walking out. So Zap and Jerry, I can see Jerry's jaw hit the deck.
It's even better in real life, yeah.
Oh, not at all.
Ask her.
This has
ask her,
actually been a
guys,
very
guys.
pleasant visit. I do like
Guys.
visiting the brigs everywhere I
Guys,
go.
hang on a minute. Let's ask her. Can we go up to ops?
Oh,
Let's see what happens. Let's just Lieutenant.
He turns
Let
around.
him ask.
Yes, Lieutenant.
May we go and have a look at ops since we're here?
I'm sure you can. You as long as you have the proper rank and clearance, I'm sure you can wander up to ops and take a look. I know some of the command crew are up there. Just stay out of Major Kira's way. She's not having a good day of it today.
So what's new?
Enjoy. And so as you step out, she goes, "See you later, Odo." And he just goes, "Huh," and goes back to his pad. So, all right, what are you guys going to do?
We're going to have a quick huddle.
He's going to have a go and tour of ops, like so.
Soon for false arrest.
We're going to have a quick huddle and see what are we going to do up there. What if we meet Cisco? What are we going to do?
We don't need Cisco.
So, Zap, what are you going to do? Are you prepping flight operations up, setting in a flight plan and so forth up on
Yeah, we're on a time debt. We're on a time.
Okay, let's just say we change our mind and we need. Let's just say we change our mind and we need to be back on the ship. So thank you very much anyway.
Sorry, we're starting duty. We're going on duty.
Yeah.
Next
Okay.
time.
So you guys, you head over to the turbo lift, and Dax wanders down the promenade, and she wanders into the infirmary. And the Middle Eastern gentleman meets her. At the door.
Season 1, Season 2 of DS9. So yeah,
it's season 2. 21.
As we go past sick bay, can I just shout in? Never gonna happen.
Beaten by a Klingon, yeah.
but it does. It does.
You get it does happen actually. Ezri,
2379, or 78 or something. It does happen. It's just not. It's not Jadzia. You guys know nothing about any of this. Anyway,
no naked flames, Doctor. You're not allowed to hold a candle.
There's me from my note, yeah.
So you guys made your way towards the turbo shaft. The lift.
Hopefully, there's a lift in it.
That'd be handy. Deck 5.
So you get Futurama transport tubes.
Deck 5.
Vacuum tubes. So you wander back up to the you call out upper pylon 3, and away you go. You're up on. You get through the airlock, and wander back onto the Equinox. So, Zap, where are you?
I will be heading down to the shuttle bay.
Okay, so question is, which shuttle bay are you going to?
One or two.
There's 2 shuttle bays. There's the Wave Rider shuttle bay, and then there's the main shuttle bay.
Should we take the Wave Rider?
Let's take the Wave Rider.
Yeah, I want the Wave Rider.
But you gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah, I told you we don't go to some crappy old shuttle.
You know, realistically, what
take the Wave Rider out, would that not be a bit suspicious?
No.
If we're just doing a little touristy hop around, we just take the smallest of the shuttlecraft.
No, we're going to go.
Well, maybe somebody else did that, so we said we take the Wave Rider because everybody else took the shuttle.
You can take the Wave Rider if you want.
Okay, we're taking the Wave Rider.
Christmas.
Yeah, I want to take the Wave Rider.
Yeah.
Because if we go back in time, we could actually end up on the actual Wave Rider from the.
Well, that's right. Then I'll go and sign the Wave Rider out then, and get the extended warranty.
No, and it's not driving. No.
And then fully comp.
Driving the Wave Rider.
So Zap, you take the Wave Rider out. You get into what would usually be my seat. And you
we got wrong Wave Rider.
Yeah. Not yet.
And so guys, you guys wander off. You enter on deck 5. You take the turbo lift up one deck to deck 4, and you wander down into the shuttle bay of the shuttle operations station of the Wave Rider. All right. So I do have a particularly cool image somewhere. Oh, maybe it's in the other one. But here we go. Alrighty. Yes, there it is. So we can, if I just get rid of these people because they're not in this particular game. We'll give everybody a look at that. And move that over there. And then let me see here. Alrighty. So, and if I go here and share screen, I can share this. And there you are. Ooh. So you wander into shuttle operations.
What's Robbie doing there?
They're all just tokens starting off to the side. All right.
Robbie's on top of the wave rider.
He's being punished for shooting too much stuff, so he's in there scrubbing out the air filters.
I thought you were keel hauling him on the wave rider.
If he does a really good job, we'll give him a brush.
Especially if it's hair, yeah.
What hair? He doesn't have any.
That's what I meant.
So guys, you wander down to Wave Rider shuttle operations. Zap is in there, and he's inputting the flight plan. And you're looking into the operations now. I know that image says USS Nova, but you're on the Equinox. So you guys wander in. You come in from the side, and you wander around the back, and down the back. There's Robbie. We'll get rid of Robbie. Hang on a second. I gotta select that, and then I get rid of that, and then he goes over there, and then I can get rid of this. Oh yeah, and the interphasic generator, the cause of all the problems, is not there either.
We'll just bring one anyway.
So there you go. So this is the Wave Rider. So this is shuttle operations up in here. So you come in the door. You can either enter straight into the cockpit, or you can wander around to the aft section.
Aft section.
You're going in through the back. Okay, so the umbilicals are locked in, and Zap wanders out of the operations door, and up into the cockpit of the Wave Rider. So I think I have Wave Rider cockpit. There we go, and we don't need the people. So there's the Wave Rider cockpit down the front. That's what the Wave Rider cockpit looks like. Okay. So you guys are in the Wave Rider cockpit. Zap, you come down and you take the right-hand seat at the front. And everybody, the other three of you can take your stations wherever you wish.
Before we go, just
ops, Pat, when you go to security and tactical, and I will take engineering. Okay.
Yeah, and before we launch, I want you to know that your tables have to be stowed away, your seats have to be upright. The emergency exits are here, and fucking here. Emergency beam out.
Okay.
And make sure your harnesses are put in because,
And don't forget your space boots, Pat.
All right.
Add some silicone just in case. Yeah.
All right. So, Pat, Zap, you've inputted a flight plan, and you're now in the pilot seat of the Wave Rider, and I presume you open communications to operations to let them know that there's a new spacecraft entering the traffic.
Okay. So contacting them, let them know. I'd also file the flight plan with operations as well as the flight crew on the Equinox.
Okay.
Then when we get clearance, then going to take us out towards the wormhole, and we'll stop just short of the activation zone.
Okay. All right. So you take the ship out. You reach up to the big lever above your head that retracts the mag clamps and disconnects the umbilical. The ship rocks a little bit as everything unlatches, and you just with a small amount of thrusters drop slowly underneath the saucer section of the ship, and the Wave Rider hovers there at station keeping. Okay, Zap, you engage the engines.
Okay.
Make ship go now.
Forward.
Okay, and up comes once again the PlayStation joypad. Forward.
It's not the Men in Black car. The Men in Black car is what you drive with that.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, that's where the hologram keeps coming up, isn't it?
Yeah. So, guys, you take the Wave Rider over, and you head out towards the Denorius Belt into and towards this new wormhole that you've seen from the promenade, just to go on a sightseeing tour. You get a notification from operations. Chief O'Brien gets in touch and says, enjoy the spectacle, guys, but please stay out of the shipping lane, at least 1,000 kilometers, please. The next ship will be coming through in at least 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
Roger that. Thank you.
And since you are new here, try not to get too close. As not all Federation ships have had impulse engines shielded to protect the life forms inside the wormhole.
That's cool.
So,
it's in the wormhole from what, though?
Well, in the Deep Space Nine Bible, Federation or Starship impulse engines were damaging the wormhole aliens, so they had to be encased in a special cowling. And there's another reason why ships would have to dock at Deep Space Nine. So it was giving ships a reason not to just bypass the station and fly in. They'd have to dock at the station and get this cowling put onto their impulse drive.
Are you saying the Equinox might be getting that done as well, Jono?
So when did that start?
That started soon after they discovered discovered what was going on in season 1. It's something that was never mentioned in the TV series. However, it's in all the books, especially the first 10 Deep Space Nine books, because it was written into the Deep Space Nine show Bible. That it was a reason for people to come to Deep Space Nine was to get their.
I always wondered what it was.
Yeah, so you couldn't just go straight bypass the station and go into the wormhole. You had to stop at the station, have your engines checked to make sure they wouldn't damage the prophets as you pass through to the Gamma Quadrant. So yeah, there's a little bit of tidbit of information if you hadn't read the books.
So has the Equinox had that and Wave Rider had that?
That's what I'm saying. Has the Equinox and the Wave Rider got it?
I wouldn't imagine so, because we're not going through.
No.
It might be SOP for all ship stocking, especially Federation ones. You know.
Well, the Equinox would be of an age where it's only just been released. So it's probably, because it's a new ship, it's probably got that cowling. But does the Wave Rider have it?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking.
Yeah,
I don't want to take
Starship smell.
anyway.
Can we do a systems check for it?
You can. System, you'd say, but you don't know what you're looking for.
Well, but we're not planning on going through, so we'll just sit there and scan.
It might be something in backup just in case. Okay.
All right, so off you go. So you scan, you check the impulse engines, and you notice that you've got low-powered impulse engines. That the ship really isn't designed for. This is more of an atmospheric shuttle than anything else. So she's amazing at going through the atmosphere, but she's a glorified runabout, really. She can't go more than warp 5 for like 12 minutes. But you take the ship out and you head off to the wormhole and put her at station keeping.
Okay.
And you begin your scans.
Would it make would it help us any to know if the chromaton, whatever. That radiation.
The timey-wimey thingies.
Yeah.
The big thing to start with me.
Is the radiation coming from the wormhole the same as the one that's affecting us?
It's exactly the same. Yes, you can make that scan. You can roll for it and see if you can generate momentum, or you can just go for it and find out. What do you want to do?
Well,
Roll for it.
have we got our maximum momentum yet?
No, we're only up to 3 again.
We only have 3 momentum.
Okay.
Well, let's do that then, and
Let's
roll
roll
for momentum, and then see if it's the same, because
If we want to wait for that ship that's coming through in 15 minutes, once
Yeah.
the wormhole opens, it gives us a chance of getting scans of the wormhole while it's activating.
through the aperture, yeah,
Good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
so we get more data.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if
So
it's right.
well, you can roll for it anyway.
What are we looking for?
So it will be a sensor scan.
Mm-hmm.
So a sensor scan of sensors and internal systems. So let me see. A sensor sweep will be reason and science.
Reason.
You can have the ship sensors.
I've only got 9 for that, guys.
I've got
So
13.
it's a difficulty
Only got
of
10.
0. Interference, ambient conditions, and particularly unusual, unfamiliar phenomena should increase the difficulty. So it is a difficulty 0 task, guys. So it's literally for generating momentum and having that option of rolling a 20. So Anne gets a momentum. Well done, Anne. All right. So and as you begin passive scans of the area, you notice that there are massive amounts of neutrinos surrounding the area.
Yay, Nintendos!
Lots of Nintendo.
Nanos!
There's
Lots of
Nintendos
Nintendos.
everywhere. So there's a huge there's quite significant amount of neutrinos in this particular area of space, which you know from your studies as being reminiscent of the mouth of a wormhole.
Okay.
Considering that's what it is.
Yep. Considering that's what it is, that's
No
what you get.
brainer.
Yeah.
So
So-
And we have no
nothing
have we found anything else in the scans that can help us?
Yeah.
No, everything's pretty standard with it. So eventually the wormhole opens, and you see it's unbelievably huge. This vortex in front of you, and as it spins, its outer area is as a blue mist. And then its inner area seems to have like tendrils of wisps that roll around, and a big explosion of light emits from it. And you see exiting from it comes a runabout, and the runabout passes in front of you. And immediately on the common comms channel, you hear the runabout announce its presence and interact with operations and requests docking. They're granted docking at runabout pad C, and as you're watching it, Zap, make a presence and con roll.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Two successes. So Zap, you are on the ball, and you manage to you notice that since the wormhole is opened, you've been caught in a gravitational field of the wormhole, and you're being dragged towards it.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. We don't need to go through the wormhole.
No.
Yeah, it's all good because we're going to go back in time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Do we
So-
know that, though?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Zap?
Shields the maximum anyway, just in case.
Well, do we want to go through, or do we want to stay on this side? If we're staying
there's
this side,
nothing, there's nothing for us here.
I don't think that we need to go through.
No, I don't think we need to go through.
I think we
I
need
think
to
we
ride
need to
it.
go in.
Yeah, just
Let's
go in.
rock on in. What the hell?
Just rock on
Well,
it.
you
Just
see,
just ride
we'll
it.
be
Just ride
causing
it.
damage to the.
Well, I could put the brakes on and see if I can hold us in position.
Stationary inside a wormhole? We could do
No,
that.
just here on this side, because we're only getting sensor information at the minute
That's it,
to
yeah.
find out what the link is between the Cronhan radiation that affected us and
Yeah, let's go with
coming
that.
from the wormhole. So just
Or we could shut down the impulse
just-
engines.
just
at
back us off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
if we
hold us
should-
stationary, yeah, and take readings.
Well, as
Yeah,
Pat
let's do
says,
that.
Jerry,
Yeah, or we could just shut down the impulse engines and let ourselves be bowled in.
Yeah, but then we get in trouble for we're not supposed to be going near. We're not supposed to be going near the wormhole, so I've already got 2 points on my space license.
You have a license. You have a license. Wow.
Oh, I do. I got 2 points for speeding the last time when we were out on the Nova.
You'd have to do the theory test again. Yeah.
All right. So what are you going to do, guys? You're going to try. Zap, you're going to try and hold it at station keeping.
Just
fight this, or are you going to go with Pat's idea and you're going to allow yourselves to get pulled closer to the wormhole?
You can always say it was a malfunction.
Well, I think what we should do is try and stay where we are at first, and if it looks like we can do that, fine. If we can't, then we'll shut down and let momentum carry us in.
I think shut down and let momentum carry us in. See, it was, as Ed said, it was a malfunction. We didn't gauge things correctly. Yeah,
it's my first day.
That's why sorry at the court martial anyway.
Yeah, well, technically we parked outside where we were parked where we were told to park.
Yeah.
And somebody
came along,
and somebody in a runabout came along and bumped us in. There you go.
So some Irish fella told us we'd be safe here.
Jesus.
He sounded like he was drunk.
Okay, right. All right. So you're going to try and attempt to keep her at station keeping, Zap. Yep.
Yeah.
So Zap, you're at the console. Make another. So now you can make the control and con. Control and con.
Control and con.
Sure. Communications. Conflict. Helm. Maneuver. So the flight controller uses the ship's impulse engines to adjust position, warp, evasive action. Evasive action. So control and con. Yes, difficulty 2. Now you can be assisted by the structure and con of the Wave Rider, which let me see here. Do I have the Wave Rider to hand? Oh, hang on. The Wave Rider is a runabout. So, roll your rolling your control and con there, Zap.
Check out.
So, Zap, you got 2 successes. Congratulations.
Hey, we're on a roll.
For the moment, you
uber success.
1 uber success, so that's 3.
3 successes. All right, bank of momentum then. So you got 4 momentum now. Well done.
That's
you have more.
That's
you
5.
have 5 momentum. Well done.
5.
So where the fuck is starships? Where's my starships? There's my starships. Putting it all together. Starships. Touches. That's Klingons. Cardassians. Jandar. Maquis. Ferengi. That's alien starships. Where's my Federation starships? Here we are. We're in the class. Okay, Nova class and refits. Starship weaponry. Porting. Bridge. Blah 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 blah. Where is it? That's Nova class. We're on the class. Traffic class. Galaxy class. Systems. Why can I never find the one I want quickly? I don't know the book. There it is. Right. So you can also run. You can also roll the helm structure and con, which is 9.
And con is 10.
9.
Oh,
is it 10?
Sorry for the
Wave Rider.
10. Yeah.
It's not the Cuchulain.
Yeah. So 9.
And 1 dice. It's basically well done. You get another momentum. Congratulations. All right. So that's all that was. So you've made a massive success there. You see that the chronoton or the gravitational energy of the wormhole seems to be wanting to pull you in. And it's Zap, you're doing a good job of holding it back. So the ship is holding itself in position, but you're finding that it's getting more and more difficult to pull away from the gravitational pull of the wormhole. It seems intent on pulling you in.
I say just go with it.
Just go with the flow. Switch all systems
We
off.
can't risk actually damaging the Wave Rider, and at the same time, if we just shut down the engines and let our momentum take us in.
Are there escape pods in the Wave Rider?
No.
You get a parachute, Jerry.
It's all good, Jerry.
It's a glorified runabout, Jerry.
Maybe we should do a wee sort of, distress call saying, "Oh, help, we're being pulled in, and we're really don't want to go in." And,
yeah, but let's see how far we're pulled in, and then send out distress call.
Oh, okay.
We don't want that. We don't want this guy, this kind of pale-faced non-featured guy, come looking for us again.
I believe his name is Lulu.
We'd have to let operations on either Deep Space Nine or the Equinox know that we're in trouble.
DS9.
Yeah, go with DS9.
Yeah,
just inform them that we're being
pulled in.
Yeah, we didn't intend this at all. This is nothing. Yeah, we're fine. We're all fine here now.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
And we haven't got the modifications on our engines, so we're shutting them down.
Okay.
So we're going to go through the wormhole. We'll be back as soon as we can, or can someone come and give us a tow?
Right. Okay.
Yay.
Can someone come and give us a tow, but take your time about it.
No rush.
And also, it's my first day.
And also, I'm not trained in this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there'll be a few reprimands if you said that. How would you be able to take?
That's true. Yeah.
First day, So,
And Jerry's in charge.
it's your first day. You're not qualified to fly it.
Yeah, Jerry's in charge.
Jerry's in charge.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah. That's my
Jerry's in
first
charge.
day.
Oh, Jerry's in charge. Right? Does that mean you want to fly off the Cardassia now? And
I'm only getting lessons.
Well,
It's my first lesson.
I've lost the Alpines.
I'm taking Anne with me if I do fly off.
You shut down the engines, and
That's called kidnapping, Jerry.
No, it's
you
not.
shut down the engines, and the shuttle is pulled into the wormhole.
We all go like this.
Whee! So you pulled into the wormhole. You notice as you enter in, there's a
Exactly.
bright flash of light, and out in front of you, you see blue energy all around you. There's little puddles of ripples around. There's giant cylinders of vortexes traveling in parallel with you.
Light show.
And you see down that there's a kind of a tunnel effect to the whole thing. Your ship tumbles through inside the wormhole, and suddenly everything goes white. Everything goes white around you.
Looks white or no?
Don't go into the light, guys. Don't go into the light. Sorry.
So
there is one light.
So there's you're completely surrounded by light. But there's also then for a moment there's a red hue around you.
Hue of Borg. Sorry, no, wrong hue.
Colored hue.
At least he's not a Swedish man anyway.
There's a yellow hue, or sorry, not yellow. There's a red hue for a moment. It's all dusty. It's dusty and smoky inside. You can't see anything except each other, and you're all kind of standing around when suddenly Alan O'Shea wanders through and walks past you, and.
Hey, you doing right there?
I know him. Santa's coming. Sorry, no, it's Alan O'Shea.
Come here,
so Alan O'Shea
hey,
walks between you, and
is he a ghost?
He looks at you and continue as he walks into the center of you. He walks past you. He states aggressive. From another angle, Frank walks past you. and looks at you all and goes adversarial. On your shoulder, stands Alan Whelan, and he stands there and looks at everybody else and goes corporeal. And
that's the Christmas past, present, and future. Oh my God, Professor
Zap, at your shoulder, Anthony Raythorn walks past you and turns around and says they are linear. And then everything shifts to a red hue. And
he's getting so much press out of this.
Who?
You.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. Come on, Jenna, wake up, will you?
And from the everything seems to go red. And out from another angle walks Sharon. And Sharon stands in the middle of all of you and
says you're still shy.
Tell Huey to shut up on the radio.
She looks at you and states, incompetent.
Yeah, that's not new.
So, and then another Elaine Whelan walks by and looks at you all and goes, unintelligent.
Again, waiting for a revelation here. We already know this.
All of you hear your heartbeat in your ears. Lee Raythorn walks in and stops, pans around, and he states,
"Do you want to see my scan?" Sorry, Jono.
I want to break free.
So Lee looks around at you and states, inconsequential.
Pretty much.
So
we know our place in the universe.
Your heartbeat is beating in your ears. Excuse me.
So I've got a question.
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
Why are we here? If we're all these things, why are we here? And why can't we get back to save our crew?
Yeah.
Because that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to save Alpha Shift. We're trying to get back to save our crew and to prevent what happened, if possible.
We are corporeal.
The light changes from red to white. And Alan O'Shea walks past again and he goes, they are full of questions. And then Frank passes by and goes, yet they have no answer. They do not realize the answer. Alan Whelan walks around the outside of you and states, they observe, yet they do not see. Sharon, everything goes red again. Sharon walks by.
Tell me she's wearing a long flowy dress and she's got her hair done in curls. And she's wearing heels. Really high heels.
You kidding me, or what?
Sharon walks into the middle of you and and states, their incompetence shall be our release.
I think she's in Pah'Wraith.
She's one of the evil ones. Can we?
I
like her.
She's a Pah'Wraith.
Elaine Whelan stands between you and goes, they are the corporeals that we need. Lee Raythorn then appears and looks at you all and said, it is agreed. So then everything goes white again. And the Alan O'Shea looks at you and goes, your path is undecided. And Frank appears behind. As you look at him, Frank appears behind you, and states, the choice is yours. And then Alan Whelan steps forward and goes, there is one that can help. And Alan O'Shea goes,
It's the marshmallow man.
they are non-linear. And Frank looks at him and says, they are, it is inconsequential. And then you are suddenly you are back on the bridge of the Wave Rider, and you are inside the wormhole.
Okay.
Okay.
And for that, I'm going to let you guys chat as I take a toilet break. Play the elevator music.
That wasn't much help.
Well, actually, it was.
It was.
Yeah, it was actually, because now I have an image of Sharon in a dress. Anyway, but I mean, other than that, she's gonna fucking shoot me tomorrow.
So were those guys all Pah'Wraiths?
No, I think they.
No, the white ones. The white ones were the ordinary wormhole aliens, and the red ones were the Pah'Wraiths.
Yeah. Okay. No, I think they coexist on that plane, and the fact that they came as what.
People we know.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that's how they appear. But
why were they saying about
there's one who can help us, but he's non-corporeal.
Yeah. But how are we going to be there?
Cisco is non-corporeal.
Their freedom. How does that work?
Cisco is
non-corporeal.
No, he's not. He's a fucking human.
He's not. If you know
just because he's the emissary doesn't mean he's non-corporeal. Corporeal means you have a body.
He's non-corporeal.
Well, isn't he quasi? Wasn't his mother
semi?
Exactly.
I suppose we're going back to collect Cisco and then go back to her again.
Well, that's the only way we're going to get home, guys.
But how are we going to get out of this? Because there hasn't been a tow rope thrown to us.
Well, we can wait for the tow, or we can
travel to the other side and back.
Point ourselves back to the other end and just hit the maneuvering thrusters.
We're just cut off.
What else did you get from Zap? What else did you get from that?
Well, basically, I got there was 2 different factions.
Yeah, they're warring.
And we have to decide which ones we're going to take up on their offer. So I'm thinking we go with the white guys because
they're the good guys.
They were less. They were snarky.
And Sharon's with the red team anyway, so we'll go with the other.
Yeah, we always go with the other team.
They were less combative. Whereas,
less insulting, really. Yeah. Like, I mean,
but,
we don't be told we're incompetent. Yeah. Like, I mean, that was hurtful.
And in our everyday lives, red is a bad color.
I'm getting, blood hurt over that one.
Yeah, so red's a bad color, so I would avoid helping the red guys.
Yeah, no, let's go with the white guys. Let's go with the white guys, because at least they won't try and take over our bodies.
That's not a racist statement at all.
No. So we
go with the white ones because they won't try and take over our bodies.
Open communications channels and see if we can.
We don't have to because they know what we're thinking. We're inside the wormhole.
But do they not?
So we just voice our thoughts.
What about a comm channel with DS9? Yes, back out.
When we get through, can we pick a fight with the Dominion as well, just to really mix them?
Come on, Pat. You can't have everything. What do you think it is, Christmas?
Hey, listen, he hasn't fired the pack cannon once today. Yeah. This isn't good.
Well, we can sit outside just below the plane of the aperture, and we can go, well, bring it on. And when they come close, then we'll trigger and we'll duck like they do in Stargate. The opening will take out the entire fleet.
Yeah, go on. Let's go on, yeah.
Okay. So, we're inside the wormhole.
Yeah, we've decided we're going to take the white ones up on their offer because the red ones are just evil.
Did they make it?
Okay. So, your engines are off. You're sitting inside the wormhole. Are you going to try and exit?
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, but which way are we going to go through to all the way through to Delta, or are we just going to turn around and use the?
Turn around and try and go back out to Alpha.
Yeah, use the The thrusters.
Because we're near to Alpha.
Thrusters,
Yeah, we using the thrusters, maneuvering thrusters.
Okay,
Push
so
it
Zap,
back
you
towards-
engage the engines and you head back towards the aperture. The wormhole opens in front of you. There's a bright flash of light, and then you see normal space out through the vortex. And as you do, you exit, and you are met. You are met, and on the sensors and on the scans and out the windows, you see that you're now back in orbit of planet Felina 2.
Woohoo!
You do not see Deep Space Nine. You do not see Bajor or the Denorius Belt. You're in orbit of Felina 2. However, Felina 2 seems to be fluctuating. You can't get a solid lock on the planet itself. It's passing in and out of space time. And there seems to be some sort of energy vortex passing up from the planet to your particular location. It's a particularly bumpy ride, Zap, for you, pushing through out into normal space. You're fighting hard to get out of the wormhole. You notice, you can see on your scans, you can see that the Cuchulain
Jesus, Brannigan!
is still
I told you to put your seatbelts on.
We don't have seatbelts.
You can also see that out beyond that, the Cuchulain is still there. However, also two of the Cardassian patrol vessels are in the area as well.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Are we still on the Equinox's Wave Rider?
You are still on the Equinox's Wave.
Well, this is going to be a really
ramming speed, and then we beam off at the last minute.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Exactly.
I like
Yeah, but
Fire Whisps is ramming speed, and then and then
Are we
but the other
coming
one
back?
is right.
Are we coming back at the same instant we left, or are we coming back on the Wave Rider, but we're still on the Cuchulain at the same time?
Zap, I didn't get where I am in life by thinking things through. Come on.
Hey, tell me why you questions.
Okay,
Tell me why you questions.
Zap, there cannot be two.
Zap,
No.
we need to request permission to land
Permission to dock.
or
Yeah,
dock,
but,
whatever.
So, Wave Rider to me, can I land? You need answers to the questions. Am I there or am I not? Or am I there and there?
No, you were not on the bridge. You get
So basically, the ship is just sitting there in space with nobody on it.
They're all sitting there going, where'd they go?
yeah.
And just to clarify, Jerry, we're docking with the Cuchulain, not the Cardassian ships.
Okay.
We
can drop you off. With a parachute.
Me and my Anne are going to offer Cardi buddies. Yeah.
So,
Open hailing
Zap,
frequencies, Frank. Or Zap.
so Zap, you're struggling to fly out. So again, you must make a roll to fly away from the vortex itself. You need to get away from the pull. So again, it's a difficulty of 4.
Okay, do you need assistance?
We need engineering.
Definitely needs assistance.
Engineering.
Yeah.
And maybe use a momentum as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have, as a focus, I have helm operations.
Mhm.
I do as well, actually.
Does that give you an extra dice, or does that reduce your difficulty?
Tell you now, hang on a minute. Talents, our focuses.
Everyone's gone quiet. I'm the one that's
Yeah,
supposed to be affected by reading rules, not you guys.
Well, he is. He's got the book as well. So he's trying to make it easy for you.
Since I'm the chief engineer, right? What about engineering and insight? I can roll 14. That any good to Zap?
Well, that'll be to assist Zap.
Yeah,
So-
Zap. Yeah, or assist Zap.
Assist Zap. So Zap needs 4 successes between you. So he can either be assisted by the Wave Rider itself, or he can be assisted by a crew member.
Which you want to go with, Zap?
Well, I assume
It's 2 dice. Huh?
I suppose the crew member assist would be a better number than the ship, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, what attributes are you looking for?
So, was it control and con?
So
Was it?
It's
operations,
helm operations as a focus.
control and con. All right.
So
And it'll either be
15.
assisted by somebody else rolling control and con, or the ship.
Control
I got 12,
and
so-
con.
I've got a 15 for
I've
control.
only got 10 for that.
Yeah, I've got
Good day.
13. So
So
if Pat
ship's
helps
con
you,
is control or structure and con, which is 9. But
Pat'll be better helping you, Zap,
Mhm.
because
Okay.
he's got a 15 on that one.
Right
the
then,
other
what
thing
I
to remember, guys, as well, is that to do this maneuver previously in the Norris belt was a power cost of 1. The Wave Rider has a power of 4. So you've spent 1. You do this maneuver, it'll be 2. You'll have 2 left.
We're close enough to the ship anyway, for God's sake. Let's go with it.
Beam out.
but
Yeah,
I
you can do
can.
the emergency beam out, yeah. In EVO,
How many momentum will I have to spend to get another D20?
1 for 1, 2 for 2, or sorry, 3 for 2, and then you can spend 6 for 3.
All right, because I also have here bold and con. So whenever we attempt a task with con and we buy 1 or more D20s by adding to threat, we can re-roll a single D20 if we fuck up.
Right, so you can give me threat. So you can give me a threat as your number 1. Then you can spend 2 momentum for a further dice. So
Okay,
that will give you 4 dice there, Zap. And then you can spend
then-
another
Is that
2.
including me helping?
no, that's in addition to you helping.
yeah. Let's go with it, because I've only
You want
got
to go with that?
daring and con, I've only got 12.
Right, so you're giving me a threat,
Okay.
right, for your first dice. And you're spending 2 momentum for your second dice. Do you want to spend do you want to spend 5 momentum for 2 dice?
What do you think, guys?
Well, I'm going to give you a hand.
We're close enough to the ship anyway, for God's sake.
No, maybe save those for momentums. We might need
Yeah,
them.
we'll save them just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. And I'm going to help as well. So
you spent 2. So Zap, you have 4 dice to get 4 successes, and Pat, you have
you have dice.
And
4
control and con, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is 16.
Woo! Look, he doesn't need help.
Hey.
5 successes. Get your momentum back. Well done.
Excellent.
So Zap, you get 4 successes. Well done. You engage the engines at maximum energy and program in an evasive course that allows you to escape the gravitational pull of the vortex. As you push forward towards the ship, and Jerry and Pat, you notice on your scanners that the vortex on this side is a hell of a lot bigger than the vortex on in the Nenorius belt in the Bajoran system. It's a vast. This is taking over at
The
least
entire system.
10 times the size of the planet itself. It's an absolutely colossal vortex. And it seems to be siphoning off the energy from the planet as the planet passes from normal space. Zap, you're flying your way towards the Cuchulain, and you notice that the Cuchulain now, as you get closer, is under fire by the Cardassian patrol vessels.
Do we have weapons on the
We do
Wave Rider?
have minor weapons on board.
They wouldn't scratch.
They wouldn't
The
scratch
patrol
Cardassian vessels.
But would they deflect from it?
I mean, you could try. There's two
could try,
patrol
but-
vessels firing on the Cuchulain.
Well, we have a spare wave rider now, which really shouldn't be here. So I still think we should ram.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
unless-
I agree, and we should attack it and then emergency beam out.
Yeah, we can move over and we can distract one of them.
Yeah,
Draw their
And
fire,
try-
like.
Yeah, and then try and arrange for
an emergency beam out, yeah.
or
That's a good plan, yeah, let's go with that.
Or land docking aboard.
can we figure out where we are in time?
Well,
Where is the the Cuchulain's Wave Rider.
We're back to where we are. Then they're when they're still down planet side.
Yeah. So.
As far as we know, it's still there. We don't know.
Can we contact them at the same time and ask them to come up and assist?
You could attempt it, but you'll still have the same problems as you had before about contacting and having to create a beacon to pass through the.
Yeah, we would have to contact the last
we would assume that with the planet going to hell, they would be making their way off.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know the standard "let's run away" policy.
I'm just going to
exploding. Get out of here policy.
Yeah.
I personally think Pat's idea of the distraction and then inform the Cuchulain and then emergency beam up and explain everything when we actually get back on the ship.
Well, emergency beam out would mean they would have to lower all of their shields.
Yeah.
If I pilot us over and they can keep their dorsal shields up and just drop the ventrals and we can do a manual docking.
Fire a few rounds anyway and take some of the pressure off.
Yeah, we can fire at one of them to distract him, and if he peels off after us, then we can.
And is there anything else you need to do when you get back on board?
I'm going to grab a few cans of silicon just in case.
I need to use the bathroom. Yeah.
Zap, is there anything you guys need to do when you're back on board?
Check the date.
Well, that'd be the first one. Look, we're back to where we left.
Well, I think we need to check the interphasic generators, and we also need to check where the Wave Rider is and how we can get the crew back and get the frick out of there.
Get the freak out of there, definitely. Anyway.
So
if we're gonna,
everybody make a memory roll. I mean, intelligence roll. I mean, a presence and command roll.
The risk and command.
Presence and command. Oh, boogers. Okay. Is that one dice or two?
Two.
2 dice, everybody.
I got one.
And you kind of remember something about listening in on a conversation. Jerry, you remember nothing. Pat, you haven't a fucking clue. Zap, however, takes out his notebook and goes, I seem to remember listening in on a conversation between Cisco and Command and Captain Ransom about modifying the Equinox to deal with spatial anomalies.
We have to go in there and we have to couple the 2 deflector dishes together to be able to shut down
the rift. Right, let's get back on board. So,
okay, let's modify.
In that case, then we should not attack.
No.
We should just go straight in and land.
Yeah.
Can I at least fire a can of silicon at them? throw me a bomb here.
The airlock on the way. You could just wave it.
No, let's seal the rift before we jump again, because let's face it, we're going.
You not use your silicone to seal the rift, Pat?
Yeah, what Jerry said.
Okay, so Zap, you're piloting the Wave Rider back into the ship that's currently under fire by 2 Cardassian patrol vessels. The whereabouts of the away team is unknown at the moment, but you are assuming that they are making their way off the planet that is leaving normal space and is being hoovered up by this giant anomaly. You make your way over, guys. So one of the Cardassians noticed that another Federation ship has entered the area and breaks off. So they start heading towards you while continuing at the Cuchulain. Your comm beeps, and from a message from the Cuchulain.
Okay.
Don't look so bored, Anne.
I'm waiting for you to tell me so I can answer.
Yeah, put it on.
Yeah, this is your one job, Sigourney. This is your one job, Sigourney.
It's one job. I have one job. It's a shit job, but I'm gonna do it.
Answer the phone, Anne.
I thought it was your job. Yes.
Over the comms comes Stephen O'Neill, and Stephen's a bit panicked, and he's kind of going, "Guys, where have you been? Where are you?" Where did you guys disappear to?
It's a
Middle
long
of a
story.
firefight? You
A
guys
long
decided
story.
to
We'll tell you when we get on board. Open the wayfinder doors. Let us in.
All right, I'm going to angle the dorsal shields at them. We don't have much left. These guys have are military vessels. We're a feckin' science vessel. So we'll have to coordinate with the with our maneuvers as I bank. Zap, you're going to have to angle and bank with us and pull yourself in. I'll remind Anne that the Wave Rider docking bay does not have doors, so
it's a swoop and scoop.
Could we get the blue
You really missed the tour, didn't you? You really did, didn't you? Yeah.
Huh?
She missed the tour, the Cuchulain, yeah.
All right, so Zap, you were going to.
All hands prepare for the Zap maneuver.
I like
the Zap maneuver.
The swoop and scoop.
The swoop and scoop that we tried with Sharon's shuttlecraft that came in, but she jinked the wrong way.
Yeah.
Okay. And ended up crashing.
Now you've got Stephen O'Neill is at the helm this time, and you're at the helm of the other thing. So have to work together with that. Right. So engage evasive maneuvers, swoop and scoop. Okay. So so Zap, you're going to do the swoop and scoop, which is a control and con, and so I'm going to give that a difficulty of. Let me see what we'll do. She's small, fast. Yeah,
I like that number. It's a good number.
Yeah, so shooting a small, fast-moving target with a phaser or disruptor. Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Docking with a small
moving ship.
So so we're going to have to bank that up to the maximum difficulty of 5. However, it's because and the reason why I'm putting it up to 5 is because you're under fire by the Cardassians. Yeah. The ship is banking and moving. You're moving as well. You're a moving target, and you're in volatile space that is with many exotic particles knocking around. So you can be helped by the crew members. You could also attempt to cause a distraction against the Cardassians if you wish, guys. So, guys, you're all at your different stations. So give me a plan as to how you're going to help Zap the Cuchulain and get all this done.
Right. How many momentum do we have?
You have currently got 1, 2, 3, 5 momentum.
Okay. So if we got 3 momentum for 2 dice, that's 4 dice you have.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Okay.
You can also give me threat.
No.
No, we've learned from that.
Well, I can help, can't I? I'm 15 control and command, control and con 15, so I can help.
Yeah, because I'm only 12 for control and con.
Jerry, what's your control and con?
I'm only 10.
Okay, so I can help Zap.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we need a distraction.
So,
to fire
how many dice? You've got 4 dice there. It is a 5 dice thing.
We could give John a threat.
I'll go on then.
I'll go on, so.
So
lots of threat.
That's 5 dice for you then, and 1 for Pat.
Okay.
Right.
We could fire a burst of phasers, just distraction.
Up yours just in case.
Okay.
So.
Yep. So, Jerry, firing off the phasers.
Yeah, you cause a
What's
wide burst, wide dispersal.
no, aim for his engines.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We don't want him chasing us.
We don't want him chasing us. Just pick his engines.
Yeah, but it's going to be like one of those little flies hitting a zapper.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter where we aim, it'll still be the
Distract
same.
him long enough so Zap can land the old aircraft. Yeah.
Well, look, you can always roll and see what happens.
What am I rolling for, so Pat?
So, so Jerry, if you're, who's firing the weapons? Is it Pat or Jerry?
Fire the weapons.
Jerry's firing weapons.
So it's control and security to fire weapons.
Okay, that's 12 for me. That'll do. I'll have to do.
All right, and then weapons and security if you want the ship to assist. Or it's
weapons.
so
and-
somebody else can assist. The difficulty fire phasers is a difficulty of 2. All right. If you want to target a specific system, it's a target of. It's a difficulty of 3. If you want to attack a specific system.
What is your?
And then damage weapons is so the weapons you guys will have is you have phasers and micro torpedoes. If you fire the phasers, you have 4 damage with versatile of 2.
Okay, Jerry.
Yeah.
What are you going under for that roll?
I'm not sure actually, because I'm like, I've got control. I've got weapons and such like. I could try daring, I suppose. Daring and engineering.
No, Jerry. The fire ships fire your phasers. It's control and security. That's what it is.
Control and security. I've got 12 for that. You'll have to do, I guess.
Well, I've got 17 for that.
Right. Well, so that says me that Pat should be firing.
Pat should be firing them.
And Jerry will assist.
Jerry will
in
assist.
the maneuver then.
Yeah,
So
if Jerry assists with the maneuver.
Okay.
Or listen, what are you looking for in an assist? What do you need?
Yeah,
what
what do
are
you
the
want in
attributes?
assist?
Control and con.
Control and con. That's only 10.
I have 12 on control and con.
Right.
You
Well,
have
then
to
Anne
control.
assents with that.
I'll help you.
Okay then.
Okay.
Okay, so
Are we good?
Rolling 5.
Fire phasers.
Okay. Firing
Micro
phasers.
torpedoes.
Oh shit.
you got 2 20s and you got a 1.
Cool, I got 2 successes.
You are kidding.
And I'm the assist, so I got 1 success. So he got
So you've got
4 successes, but 2. He got 4
Two
successes because he got the 1.
yeah, he did, and then you got 4 successes.
But he got 2 20s.
Oh, shit.
But I got 1 success.
So you've successfully managed to create that maneuvers app. However, the Cardassians shooting at you preclude you from docking this particular time. So you almost make it. You successfully get there, but then the Cardassians. Let me see here. Get an opportunity.
Yeah, but just remember, Pat's just fired as well, and he got 2 successes.
Yeah, I absolutely rocked.
So
When you got to shoot something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to hit something.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
Right. So I get to roll something now. Look at that.
Yeah, look at you rolling and everything.
Really,
Oh.
that's most inconvenient.
With all my
Right.
threats.
Yeah, we're
So-
gonna die.
We're so glad to die.
All right, so I am going to start using my momentum. Or my
Is
not
that
my
threat or momentum?
my
You
my
can't-
momentum with the threat.
You can't use our momentum because you have to have your own threat.
Yeah, no, I've plenty
Yes,
of threat, man. I have plenty of threat.
Yeah, I know. It's fair. See, this is where you get when you take your eye off the ball, lads. He hoards it. Like Gollum.
I thought Zap was
Well,
taking all the notes.
This is what you get for shooting at him. That just wakes him up.
Yeah.
Let's not gloss over the
It's
amazing.
the Marshmallow Man and the Proton accelerators, you know?
Yeah, no, I
We're
think
going to have to end up crossing the streams. Damn it.
yeah, we're definitely going to have to cross the stream.
All right, so that is.
Come on, guys. We got locked up. We made it this far, right? Come on.
4.
Yeah.
It's been one hell of a day.
Well,
That is
timey
not a
wimey,
good
we go back and do it again.
All
I
right,
wonder
so
could we
5,
fill up one of the micro torpedoes with silicon and shoot it at their
2.
sensors in their view screen?
No, Pat. No, Pat.
It'll probably take too long.
Okay, so your shields are now offline.
Yeah, tell us the good news.
Yeah, but Pat did hit them twice.
Yeah, hang on.
Yeah, no, I still have to go. I just doing this with I. So yeah, so your shields are offline. All right. Oh wait, hang on a second. No, your resistance is 2. All right. So that's 3. 3 damage. Your shields are reduced by 3. Okay. So your shields are down to 1. Okay. And your power is down to 1 as well. Zap.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So that's the Cardassian. Gone. You've suffered no breaches. Just yet.
Just
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does Pat get for shooting at the
what
ship?
do I get? What do I
He
get?
got 2
Right,
successes.
So Pat, you got 2 successes for shooting at the Cardassian as he shot you. Well done. Which is not a specific system. So 2 successes is a successful hit. So you need to roll. 4d6.
4 of them.
4d6.
Yeah, for the damage hits.
Oh, d6s. Yeah, okay. No
Yeah.
target number, isn't that right?
Yeah, no target number. 4d6.
Ooh, shinies.
So 4d6. You get 1, 2, and you don't add them together. So, but 1 and 2 and an effect. So you get the effect of versatile, and versatile isn't easy to find in this. So weapons, where's weapons? W, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W. Weapons 230. I'm off the screen. 230. Oh, I'm on it already. Yes. So 230. 230. 230. Electrical damage, range, pipe, energy, torpedo, damage effects, spread, vicious, versatile. The attack gains X number bonus of momentum is success. X number points bonus momentum if successful. So you had a successful X gains X points of bonus momentum if successful. So you've got momentum out of that shot for some reason. I don't know why. So you bank of momentum. Well done.
Yeah. You got 1 momentum, is it?
Yeah. So you got a momentum. So I don't quite understand that.
James,
Anyway,
for a second.
because you're versatile. Right, versatile. Oh, sorry, versatile 2. You get 2 momentum.
You got 2 momentum.
Oh, I got 2 momentum. Cool. What else happened?
Yeah, my
Fell
son.
asleep
Sorry.
at the wheel. Or you fell asleep at the phasers. Okay.
No,
so-
sorry. My son just came in. My son and my oldest son.
2. So the resistance on a ship is 2. But you caused 0 damage.
Yeah, that's inconvenient.
Isn't it?
So from your scans, you see that their shields are less powerful than yours. Their energy core is less powerful than yours, and their resistance is the same as yours. Their weapons are more powerful. They have more weapons than you guys do. They're faster than you, and
That's depressing.
yes,
I would assume then in that case we're more maneuverable
yes,
Yeah.
because we're
correct.
smaller.
Yes,
Oh,
No, you're
You
the
have,
same
you have
size.
a weak spot,
Lying.
Jano.
You're the
You
same
have a weak
size.
spot.
Right.
You have a weak spot.
Yeah, the pilot.
Well, you'd have to scan for a weak spot, Jer.
Can we scan for a weak spot?
What these Kelvins are the same size as the Wave Rider?
No, they're not Kelvins. They're Hideki class. They're
Or
patrol
the
vessels.
Hidekis? Oh, right.
Yeah, the little small ones. These ones. The ones where they
Yes.
used the CG model of the Defiant and modified it to make it a Cardassian vessel.
I'm just thinking if we could scan for a weak spot and maybe fire another burst there.
Firing against.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well,
Let's
if we
do that.
all,
Let's
if we
do that.
almost made on the first run, were we not just
Leg it.
Well,
Yeah.
We need to get back into the Cuchulain.
Yeah,
Right, let's go.
Do we also need to maybe tell the Cuchulain what they should be doing with the deflectors, just in case we get blown to smithereens?
You could start relaying that message. One of you can take over inputting that data into the console to send that data across. It's not going to be a verbal explanation. You'll have to like tell them what to do.
I can type fast.
So Anne's going to type up an email. Pat's going to fire the Pat cannon. Jerry's going to assist, and Zap's going to attempt to do a swoop and scoop again.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, swoop and scoop.
Right. Should we inform the Cuchulain that we're making a second attempt? Because they'll probably be maneuvering anyway.
Well, if you're going to do it, you'd be doing that anyway. Yeah.
We all.
Yeah.
All right.
Open
So,
the frequency to Stephen. So.
Okay, Stephen is aware. So Zap, you have to do your thing again. So you do have plenty of momentum now again. So it is it's a difficulty it's difficulty of 5, maximum difficulty for this, because you're under fire by it's a difficult maneuver, and you're under fire by a Cardassian patrol vessel, and the Cuchulain has to down its shields. So
would this come under the heading of evasion?
yes.
Yeah.
Because I have a talent here, efficient evasion.
Yeah.
Attempting an evasion action task for the second or subsequent time in a row during a scene reduces the power requirement for evasive action to 0.
Great. So it doesn't going to cost you your last bit of power.
Okay. So
because you only have
one
one power
for
left.
the assist sword, Zap?
Do you want me to roll again for the assist?
What is it?
No, and you're going to have to roll
We're doing
for
you,
inputting the plan into the computer.
Okay, what do I need to do for that?
So you would have to do. So it will just take time, Anne. You don't have to roll for it, but you're just taking this time to input that command. Those
so
commands.
I can't assist.
So you can't assist anybody because you're sitting there typing in. You have to take junction 4B, EPS power tab left center, transfer energy to interphasic blah blah blah, and lots of other techno babble.
and she also has computer expertise, so with that,
I
make
do.
sure that the message gets through.
Yeah.
I have shipboard tactical systems, transport replicators, computer survival skills, and I have composure and linguistics.
Okay, so with your computer skills, you're inputting that, so you'll take this turn to do that, Anne. So Zap, Zap, or so for since Anne is doing that, it's you can either get Pat to fire, or you can get Zap to maneuver and swoop and scoop and mark.
Pat would need to fire.
I think I'll fire.
Yeah.
Because he's
You
got
might as well, Pat. You might as well.
Might as well as.
So
So
we have-
somebody helping Zap, yeah?
Jerry.
I'll help Zap.
So we have a difficulty of 4, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So no, for if so the thing is, the way it goes is 2 of you get to do something, then I get to do something, then 2 of you get to do something, then I get to do something. Okay, that's the way it works.
Right.
Why does
So
that fall?
That's why you have to decide whether it's Pat fire, because Anne is doing her programming, so it's either Pat or Zap right now, and
Zap.
whoever
I think
Pat
Zap.
or Zap can be
Zap.
assisted by
Zap.
Jerry.
Zap.
Okay.
All right, so Zap, it's 5, so you need to spend your momentum and so forth and so on.
Yeah, we've got 5 momentum, so we need to.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 momentum.
Oh, 7.
Well done, Pat, for having a versatile shot with the lasers.
Right. So, how many do we want to spend? Because we're not giving them any more threat.
No.
not this round.
We have
Not
seven.
this
Not with our shields down to feck all.
Right, so you have 2. We need 5, do we, or need 4?
You need what was that special, Zap? That it did something for you?
I have the efficient evasion. Reduces the power requirement to
power
0.
requirement. So you still need 5 dice. So you would need to spend six momentum.
6 momentum. Because we need to make sure this happens. Or we're
Yeah,
gonna
let's
get
do
blown
it.
up.
Let's do it.
Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Go
So
for
it's
it.
6, but you have 1 momentum left.
Yeah, 1 left.
Okay.
For the moment.
Pack and fire a few more fears and get some more. Yeah.
Okay.
So control and con 16, 5 dice. Okay, hold on to your nappies.
4 successes.
Hey!
4 successes, no fuck ups.
Yeah.
Hey, yay!
See, the first one was just a practice run.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he tells us. Yeah.
All right. So you need Jerry to get his success now to successfully do this maneuver.
So what do I need to roll, so guys?
So you need to roll
1d20, isn't it?
control and con 1d20.
Control and con.
Control and con 1d20. Can he make it? Can he do it? 1 success is all you need.
I don't think so. Not sure. Here
Come
we
on,
go.
Jerry. Roll them
Think
bones.
positively.
Roll
Yes.
them bones. Roll them bones.
Or
Firing
be
fan, here we go.
firing the jerry can.
Fire the thrusters, Jerry.
Yes!
Yes.
Hey!
No, he didn't make it. Jerry's still got his thing reversed.
Oh, he has it
Oh,
reversed.
You still have it greater than instead of less than. Your number is 10. You rolled 15. So even though it
Jerry.
Ah,
So-
bugger.
said
Why
that
not change
particular
it?
that it's failed again. Zap just pipped at the post.
Jesus, Jerry, you're never
didn't
helping
fire
again.
off that thruster at the right moment.
Why is it changing? It won't change for me, bugger.
It's a drop down menu, Jer. So
Yeah.
so then it's my go.
Oh, booger.
All right.
I am not happy.
So the Cardassian comes about and he fires at you again with what did I say? This.
On a totally unrelated topic, my character is pulling on a spacesuit while he's aiming the phaser.
Minor action. All right. So,
I'm just on it.
dear.
Yeah. Will you get a spacesuit for me as well when you're ready, Pat?
Yo, you're getting a fucking parachute. That's it.
Speak
All
for
right.
yourself, no,
Oh.
Missy.
That's a hit.
That's not great.
And it's women, children, and cowards first. Everybody knows that.
Resistance.
I'm still bleeding typing.
Women and Corconians
Well,
first.
hurry on, will ya?
That's done. So your shields are
Snoot.
well, what did we say? We had a
Shields
shield.
are at 1.
Shields were at 1. Shields were at 25% for you guys, and then which means right. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Energy ranged area or spread. What does that mean? Spread. Where's spread? Spread. Area.
Right.
Right. Okay. So that doesn't matter. So you take.
Can we ask for spatial turbulence to cause their disruptors to not fire? Because of interacting with the timey-wimey stuff?
No.
Damn.
Ah,
I also got more successes, so it meant that I bypassed any difficulties past the normal stuff. So your shields are reduced down to 0. So your shields are now offline.
Yay.
Okay. So your shields are offline. So it is that's my go. So it's your guys' go.
Okay, can I fire my phasers and torpedoes and so on and so forth?
you might as well. You might as well, Pat.
Might as
The
well.
other ship is also firing on Stephen as he's maneuvering this. So the Cuchulain is also taking a pounding from the Cardassians.
Okay, am I finished now sending all the information to them?
No, it's a two round thing. So
Okay, here we go. Firing phasers. Ooh, 1 success.
1 success. That is negative. You didn't account for the spatial turbulence, Pat. unless Jerry wants to assist you. But Jerry could also take this time to do repairs.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Shields.
I still can't fix that bloody arrow thing.
Right.
See the box where it says target number.
Yeah.
Click on that, and when the options appear, click on the less than one. The one with the pointy end to the left.
Yeah.
That's less than.
And then just click off.
Because it looks like an L for a loser or an L for less than.
Yeah. Right, that's up. What's the? I don't know. All right. I don't know. We'll try it the next time.
Okay, so Jerry, if you're going to try and regenerate the shields, it's control and engineering with a difficulty of 1.
Okay.
With the ship's structure and engineering, which is for you guys, structure and engineering is
12. 8. Oh shit, 8. I keep
not the control, and it's the wave rider.
I keep looking at that one. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
So
1 success.
But Jerry, you needed to roll 2 dice.
Oh shit.
No, he's only assisting, wasn't he?
Oh, no, Jerry's doing his own thing. He's doing the repair.
No, Jerry's doing Jerry's doing the repairs.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So you needed to do 2.
So just roll another one.
Again, so.
So it is a difficulty of 1 unless the shields are offline, which is means is an extra success. Success means the ship regains 2 shields and plus 2 per momentum. So you have a momentum to boost your shields. You could spend 1 momentum if Jerry is successful, which he is. You could spend your final momentum and gain put your shield back online.
I suppose we better.
I think we should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's your final momentum gone. Your shields are back online, so you've got full shields again. Well done, Jerry. That's actually a really good thing to do.
Well done, Jerry.
Right, you still have one. Jerry. You've 1 power left.
Just get back in the ship, like you need to use the bathroom.
Right, so
we need to dock.
We need to
so
dock.
It's my go. So hang on, so Anne's taken her second turn. Pat's fired. Lots of things happening. It's now my go. And
I don't like when he goes. I really don't.
I don't think John should be made skip a goal.
I've had to skip 2 goes.
Yeah.
You're just doing something, Anne.
Type fast.
It's a timey-wimey effect. Make him skip. Skip and a miss.
All right, so that's 1, 2 successes. 2 successes. 1, 2, which is just 2. Get rid of that, which is a damage of 2. Which
I don't like when he says these words. They hurt my ears.
All I hear is damage. I don't like that.
Right. So your shields are. So Jerry, you managed to put your shields back up to 100%, and then the Cardassian comes in with another flyby and knocks your shields down to 50%.
And 50 is better than nothing. Still better than nothing.
Still got shields, right? Head for the ship. God damn it.
We have to keep going.
Your go again.
All right.
All right. So, same maneuver again, Zap.
Same maneuver, Zap. Who's going to assist him this time? Pat, can you assist again?
Are we going to do the same again? Have someone assist Zap and I'll shoot at them, although shooting at them.
We can do 2 at a time, can't we? So you assist?
Well, I can shoot because I'm back in the game this one.
Yep.
Are we going to shoot and scoot, so?
Shoot and scoop.
Okay. So I'll shoot.
Do we have enough dice, though, Zap? For
how much momentum?
We've no momentum left.
Oh.
But you can give me threat.
No.
We might have to.
We have to give him something, like.
Yeah,
if you don't give me threat, it's an
how
impossible
How much threat have you got?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Zap, you should.
So, guys, the maneuver is impossible.
Yeah, because I can only roll 2, so we need to give threat to get the 4.
We don't have to like it.
I have to get 4, so I get 2 dice.
No, you have to get 5 for this maneuver.
5.
So you need 3 dice, which is 6 threat to me.
What could make that maneuver easier?
Okay, can we ask Cuchulain just to stop for a second? We just scoot in. That's it. Because that's all we got at this stage, right?
I'm open to any and all ideas of what you could do to make this easier for yourselves.
We could keep maneuvering around, like, till the guys on the ship figure out what to do with the information that Anne typed to them.
Can we get inside the Cuchulain's shields and then use the emergency beam out to beam aboard the ship?
That's a good idea.
Well,
we can't see
if you manage to stay inside their shields, you then have their shields to protect you.
Yeah.
They're no longer shooting at you; they're shooting at the Cuchulain.
Okay, we can do that too.
So rather than try docking,
we just go to getting
shoot
close.
out from it.
No, we can't shoot. Well, that'd the impact off their shields.
You'd have to have the Cuchulain's shield frequencies inputted into the wave rider.
No shooting, but if we can fly in close enough, they can re-raise their ventral shields over us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can do on the next turn. Then we can just beam aboard and leave the wave rider.
Yeah.
Could we set the wave rider?
Once you're inside their shields.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Once you're inside, we can dock. Yeah.
Could we beam aboard, set the wave rider on autopilot, and set it to ram one of the ships?
Put a torpedo in it.
Or that too.
It's got weapons on it already.
Yeah, but we could actually beam one from the arsenal on the Cuchulain.
Hold on a minute, guys. You're missing the point. We can get inside the shields, right? We don't all have to beam aboard at once. 2 can beam aboard, get things sorted, and the rest can set up the old, whatever you want to do with the wave rider, and then beam aboard.
Okay, I don't know why you need to beam aboard.
No, once we fly inside the shield distance, we're not being affected by the Cardassian weapons, so it's automatic docking. So we can dock with the ship. So we just have to maneuver in close enough and get the Cuchulain to raise our shields.
Okay.
Games Master looks puzzled. That's never good.
No, I'm puzzled why you guys are not. Why there's 3 not getting it while Zap is trying to explain it to you.
I'm getting it.
You were going.
Okay.
Well, if the Cuchulain extends shields to protect us,
yes, boss.
How does that work?
No. We got that bit. What we're trying to think of when we beam off the wave rider.
We don't have to beam off.
We don't have to.
We don't have to. We dock. We walk off. Because we're protected by the ship's shields.
I don't know. I don't understand why you beam off the wave rider.
Okay,
you have to explain to me, Anne, why you need to beam off the wave rider if you've docked.
Because we're going to use the wave rider as a weapon, and we're going to aim it at one of the ships, and we're going to blow it up. Because we can't have 2 wave riders. When our wave rider gets back, there's no place for it to dock.
Yeah, but if their one coming back is going to be in bad shape, we just beam them off.
We'll take the good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the new one. It's got fresher paint on it.
Yeah.
It's got fresher paint on it.
Let's do that.
All right, so
I just want to blow up something. That's all.
In conjunction with, I'm going to move things along. I never thought a docking maneuver would be so difficult to comprehend. Zap, let's make this because you're going to contact the bridge of the Cuchulain and get them to first extend shields around you to then knock off your own shield so you can dock. We'll make that a difficulty of 4 for the first attempt, and then once you start getting into the stride of it.
What do you mean first attempt? He's a good pilot.
I think he's going on our track record, Jerry.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. We're shite.
We don't have a track record.
All right, so it's your go.
We're still going to have to spend threat to get the dice.
Come on, it's Christmas. Spend.
We need what? Two dice. So
2 dice will give you even amount of successes if you get them all successful. If you want to put in a buffer for yourself, a bit of buffer time, you'll need 6.
Or
we could just blow up the ship.
Can somebody assist him?
Yeah,
somebody can assist them as well, which will give you even more chances to get it.
Okay.
What you need to use this?
Control and con, isn't it?
Control and con.
Control and con. So how many momentum are you giving me?
None, because we don't have any.
All right. How many threats are you giving me?
Yeah, as many as we can.
Don't
5.
give an option like that. Well, we need to get me up to 5 dice and stuff. So we
Right.
need
So if you want to get up to 5
equivalent
dice,
of 3.
that's 6 momentum for me.
Well, I can
Sorry,
give
6
you an assist.
threat. 6 threat for me.
Okay.
Zap,
I
Pat
got-
can give you an assist.
Yeah, I've only got.
Yeah,
10
because you're not
for
firing weapons this time around. So
No.
yeah. So we'll get Pat to assist on this one.
Okay.
I've only got 10 for control and call anyway, so that's not
I
much.
got 50.
Okay. So rolling 5.
Okay.
Hampers away mission.
4 successes.
Ooh,
4 successes.
And no complications. Yes.
And no complications. And Pat was absolutely useless in helping you there. So, but well done. So, Zap, you contact Stephen, who's flying the ship, and between the two of you, you lock consoles, you lock helm, and you manage to get in underneath their shields, or underneath the ventral section, and the Cuchulain extends shields around you, and you engage docking maneuvers, which is a little bit more difficult than usual, but you've successfully done that, and you pull the ship up, lock her in, the tractor beams grab you and haul you up, and the maglocks lock in, and you dock, and immediately you open the hatches, and you're out. You're on board the Cuchulain again. You're back! Yay!
Yay!
For what
Alright,
timeline?
Just after we left.
And
Brilliant.
it's the same timeline. You've. I don't know why.
We're back. We're back to where we started.
You so much.
Timey-wimey thing.
Hey, listen, I'm always late, so why the
That's
heck
why
should
she's
this
not
be
sure.
different?
Yeah, we're back to when we just after we've left. So now, once we go back to the bridge, we have to explain where we went, how we went, and what we're going to went next.
And why we're older and not wiser.
and why we didn't get promoted.
You're a few
and
hours.
all the usual, yeah.
Well, it's only a few hours difference, but
It's-
more grey hair though. With all
I'd
the
have gotten
stretching
away
been
from
through.
it too if it wasn't for you damn kids.
So, guys, where are you making your way to straight away?
Bridge.
Bridge.
You're all
Bridge.
going to the
Forward, I
bridge.
need a drink.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
a drink too.
Well, Bridge, and hang on, what about the deflectors?
We need to
Bridge
break them
first.
down and get them. They should be working on them by now because I sent them the information.
Yeah.
So, not all of us need to go to the bridge. Not all of us need to go.
We could always get on the communicators and coordinate with the
Well,
bridge.
this is, can we do it from the bridge, or will someone have to go to deflector
So, with a
control?
Engineering.
massive deflector modification, someone will have to go to deflector control, and there's also 2 deflector control.
2
units.
deflector dishes, yeah.
Yeah. So the plan, the what you realize the plan would be is that someone is going to have to uncouple the pulse wave generator from the phaser array down and put it into replicate a duplicate, put it in with the secondary deflector dish and the primary deflector dish, and then someone else is going to have to program in the firing sequence.
And why aren't the other Cuchulain crew doing that? Or did you
Yeah,
tell us
they're
that?
NPCs. Let them do it.
Sorry, Jono, I was with you all the way up until you said what you realize is after that.
Like that's Anthony Ray talking to that. Yeah, or Lee. They can do that.
No, I tell you what,
Or just corporeals,
Jerry,
engineering.
you go to the bridge.
Okay.
No, Jerry will have to go to deflector control as chief engineer. He'll have to do all that stuff.
Well, I thought we were going to go to the.
Well, who has the best control and engineering?
Control 12.
Who's the engineer of the team?
That's Jerry.
Jerry. So
My
why is
God.
Jerry toddling off to the bridge?
13 because he's got there's engineering up
I've
there.
only got,
There's
I've only
command
got
up there.
11 for control engineering.
All right. Can he not? Okay.
Well, what if we split into 2? Because there's 2 deflectors, so 2 each, and then one can help the other.
Yeah.
I've got 13 for control and engineering.
Okay, so Zap, you take the
I've got
main
13 as
deflector.
well.
I've
You
got
take
15.
Anso and I'll take Pat. Get the set up
Right.
already, Pat.
What did you say you had, Pat?
15.
Oh, well, then you have to go primary.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll go with Pat, and Anne can go with you.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
so
well.
that's so you're off to the 2 deflector dishes.
Yeah.
The relief bridge team. Alpha, Beta, what is
Charlie.
it?
Gamma.
Gamma?
Gamma.
What's the third of the Greek alphabet? Gamma? Gamma, Delta,
Charlie.
yeah, Gamma.
We know Charlie's.
Oh, the phonetic.
Yeah.
So
Nighttime.
So Charlie Shift, or not Charlie Shift, Gamma Shift
Gamma Shift.
is on the bridge. Beta Shift is running to deflector control and reserve deflector control.
somebody
on
else
board
tell me
Cuchulain.
what's next.
And Alpha Shift are on the original Wave Rider, screaming towards screaming towards space from the planet surface.
Probably literally knowing Alpha Shift.
Yeah.
I think we
With
need
that,
dynamic music.
So
Yeah.
we'll leave it there at 3 hours and 15 minutes of the game.
Oh no, let's go get them.
We don't get a chance to save the bread.
So I think we
we
lost
have to
most of
link up
our.
with them.
I mean, we lost most of our live viewers at about the 90-minute, 2-hour mark. So for the 3 people who are watching, which is probably me on one feed, Zap on another feed, and then I don't know who the third person is.
Somebody forgot to take off their phone, maybe. Yeah.
You know, so I think the 3 people who are watching would be us to make sure the fucking stream is
These
running.
are absolute legends. That's what you
Whoever
are.
the one person is that has kept around for the say hello in the comments or something before we log off.
Oh, are we finished?
Somebody said
Who
me.
is it?
Who's the me?
Who's me?
Hang on,
Andy
I have to wait for
Quinn.
Facebook to up. Andy Quinn.
Andy Quinn.
Andy's our favorite.
Andy,
Well done,
rock.
Andy.
Andy gets a special award for being our one and
Hey.
only viewer at the end of 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, and he's just making sure he gets a lift in the morning.
So, guys,
The way
yes,
things were going, he'd be still be going on in the morning. Yeah.
so well done. You've been jumping around time. You've met a bunch of captains and commanders and admirals, and
Oh, I'm so fangirly.
Beta Shift have been the shift that have managed to be on, have managed to meet the USS Nightingale Nova class, the Nova class, and the Cuchulain Nova class, and the
And
Equinox
we gave
Nova
them all
class.
back.
They managed to steal the Nova,
Well.
and then they've also stolen the Wave Rider from the Equinox.
Excuse me. Stolen is such a harsh word.
And
We
stole it.
permanently
We
borrowed
just
it.
temporarily relocated
Permanently
it in
borrowed
time
it.
and space.
We're giving
Temporary
it back.
detached duty.
We're giving it back, like. It's going to
Yeah.
the ship, but we're giving it back.
Exactly.
So thanks, Andy. Andy says loved every minute of it. I'm not sure I did. There was a certain amount of it where I was like, "What? What are you doing?"
We were close.
Why?
We
Wait a
nearly
second,
broke
John.
Jono. Very
We
close.
nearly broke Jono. That was my Christmas gift to everyone. Poor Jono.
Yeah, like,
Why does
John, what do you
Anne want to
expect,
beam
like?
over
I
on a
mean, what
ship
do you
she's trying to
expect?
dock with? I don't understand.
Because she wanted to use the other ship as a weapon.
Why would you dock with a ship and then beam off it? It's like, just walk through the door.
Hey, call me punch drunk or just plain drunk. At this time,
Oh.
everything seems reasonable.
So what we
just don't
realized
wanna do
here is
things
not
by the
only
book,
Frank,
John, that's it.
huh,
We
Jerry?
just don't want to do things by the book.
I know, yeah, you don't.
Off
see-
book.
Well, what we realized is that just like Frank in the very first episode, Anne also seems to have a problem with doors.
At least I can open them if I need to.
And Frank doesn't know where the manual override is. But Anne is the one who just goes, I don't want to use the doors. Beam me everywhere.
Beam me everywhere.
Yeah.
It counts towards my steps.
Is the transport open the door? Is the transporter broken?
Yes, exactly. What am I paying for all this technology for? I live in a world of technology. If it doesn't work, what's the use?
Okay, so anyway, listen, next up, there is a plan that I have, and I'd love to get it going, and we'll see what we can do about making my plan happen. And I would love to have a dual over the Christmas break, a dual alpha and beta shift game to attempt to finish this game that we started back in March, even though
Perfect.
we're only on 12 episodes. So that would be the hope, is to merge both alpha and beta shifts. If that doesn't happen, alpha shift will be first, and then beta shift will be after that. And we'll see how we get on with going through and trying to finish this. Finally, the crews are coming back together on the Cuchulain, and what will they be? What will they do? We don't know. We shall
Well,
see.
Sounds good to give out to everybody anyway.
We just know that
Unless Gamma Shift fuck up and the ship blows up before we finish doing our tasks.
what we do know is that
anyway, they're all ensigns, are they? Yeah.
at least one member of both shifts has problems with doors, and
Just don't leave me and Frank on the same ship on the same
will
level, or we'll never get anything done.
as they slowly realize that a wormhole is a giant door. So
Yeah.
I'm just betting as soon as we see somebody on the Cuchulain, they're all going to have beards.
We've slipped right through the event horizon.
Or we'll see the Cuchulain from the outside and it'll have a beard.
Cuchulain has a beard.
You were this close. If we could have gotten everybody together, we were all going to appear with beards today.
So me reading this particular book here, for all the time that you spent on Deep Space Nine,
Was a waste of
Wasn't
it.
much good, really, no.
yeah. Although this was a gift from a friend of mine, David in Indiana, because I loaned it out many years ago and it was never given back to me. So he gave me his copy, and then at DST a couple of years ago, I got it signed by Rick.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. So it's a book by Herman Zimmer, Rick Steinbach, and Doug Drexler. And I've got it signed by Rick, so I'd love to get that signed at some stage by Doug. And Herman, if he's ever at something. I think that'll be a Las Vegas trip to bring that. But anyway, lovely times. Okay, so guys, we leave it at that. Well done. Finally, you made us home.
We're not in the door
Been
yet.
a long
Sorry,
road.
Anne's not in the door.
Getting from there to here.
Yeah, but the highlight will have to be watching Dax walk away.
Oh,
Hate to
Yes.
see you go.
love to watch you leave. They let us out in public.
So Jerry now has to check his bank account.
I can remind her that I still have the hall
She's going
pass.
to be doing all night, yeah.
Okay, so guys, well done, everybody. It was great to have a game with Beta Shift, even though I have to make them roll to turn their cogs. So we'll see you all again.
Yeah, we had to replace a couple of hamsters.
Beta shift forever.
Your messages. We'll discuss when the next one is. Guys, keep an eye out on the Facebook page. Those of you who are crew members who watch this even after the fact, keep an eye out for
Bless your cotton socks.
Anne's Q Forward notifications. The Banshees play Airsoft on Sundays down in Wicklow. And that is it. Beta Shift out.
See you later, guys.
Oh, right, we are done.
Where's he gone?
I hit the wrong
He exited and left us there.
podcast is up here. Beta Shift out. Bye.